We're live. Good afternoon, guys. Welcome to Disney's Animal Kingdom Park. This afternoon, we're going to be hanging out here until park closed for the next 3 hours. At least, we'll be closing here at 6.
Yes.
And I thought we might get a little bit of rain because it just started to rain on us as we got into the parking lot.
Nothing though, just a few sprinkles.
But it's kind of hard to tell, you know, with the sky sometimes being blue.
They're just little
Pop-ups.
black rain clouds, yeah.
They just pop up at any time. So glad that you guys could join us. We'd love for you to join us in chat. This is not so much us presenting to you, but you just been in the afternoon with us, and we are so glad that you could do so. And we just kind of like to enjoy. I think Wednesdays are just a great day to come to Animal Kingdom.
Absolutely.
It's a great middle of the week. Great to see some wildlife. I hear the drums going by in a boat underneath the bridge we just passed over. So hopefully we're going to see some animals. We're going to have some fun, maybe ride a couple of rides. I don't know. Susan didn't wear her Expedition Everest hat, so I don't know.
I have it in the backpack.
Oh, she does.
That doesn't necessarily mean I'm riding Expedition Everest.
I think everyone should encourage you to ride Expedition Everest today. I really do. I think that they would really like that.
Maybe it's the last thing we do. Maybe.
So maybe we'll see. But we'll at least get a ride or two in, and we're going to keep our eyes out to see what we can find as far as merchandise, as far as food, and as far as anything exciting that we can see here at Animal Kingdom.
Yep.
And also, we'll be talking Disney chats as usual, finding out about what the newest promotions are, some of the news that Disney just released this afternoon about new dining options that are coming up here in the month of September and 1st of October.
Yep.
So come and join us. But before we get started, here's the deal. If you got yourself a Disney friend who has some time this afternoon, love to join us here at the Animal Kingdom, go ahead and take the link here from this stream and send it to them and say, why don't you join us and join us in chat and have them announce themselves. We're glad to have some more friends and family here joining us here in the Animal Kingdom. So let's go ahead and get started. And you've already got something you got to take care of, right?
I do. I need to go take care of something for a client. So you guys have fun with Chris, and I'm gonna watch. I'll log on to YouTube and find you.
Well, where are you going?
I'm gonna go in the shop.
I want to shop.
Okay.
I like to shop.
You guys can just tag along with me.
I'm gonna say, don't leave us when we're going shopping.
Oh, fine.
So this cord is not gonna cut it for me today.
No.
Nope, it's not gonna work. Not gonna work today. Gonna need a longer one. So how are you guys doing this afternoon? We're gonna go discover some trading merchandise here in Discovery Trading. We're gonna discover some air conditioning first as we first get started. So you're gonna check out the mask. She's gonna pick up a couple of masks for some travel clients of ours. And are there any extra large masks? No, we're continually looking for extra large.
I don't see any extra large today. Not today. Look
Colin.
at the larges though. So
Hey, Colin. Colin says, I'm glad you made it too, Colin.
There's extra large in the Mickey face.
Oh, there is an extra large. Oh, that's good to know. All right, the reason we're continually looking for extra large is because when they first came out, large was the largest size, and it wasn't that big. Matter of fact, I had to stretch my stitch for a while just to make it, comfortable. So, and Taylor says, is there a mini mask that's an extra large that we see?
I don't see many today. Nope, not today.
So yeah, the only extra large that I see right now, there's a large, but I don't see any extra larges. There's a large there, lots of larges. What's funny though is if you can find a small one, I want to just show you guys if I can find any. Oh, there's an extra large. This one's extra large.
An extra large in that one when we're at Epcot.
Yeah. So I think the smallest ones they have here today is a medium. So here we go. Look at this. I mean this is just downright adorable. But I refer to this as the American Girl version because it is so small. It is so tiny. It's just so cute. But it is like,
it's small enough that it may be for a child that doesn't actually need to wear a mask.
yeah, it's like, how small do you have to be to have a mask that tiny? So Carol says it's funny that the store was the first that I found at Christmas merchandise last October and had the best selection for a while. It's funny what you can sometimes find certain things. we will often come in times, and back before things started closing down, I would come in here oftentimes and get pins, trading pins, because you know this wasn't the place that everybody came to get pins. So, good afternoon, Linda. How are you doing this awesome afternoon? We're starting off in the Discovery Trading Company, looking around. And I gotta get you guys. This is a poll time. Is this not just one of the worst? This is the most stress-inducing game ever. It is like we need additional stress, like this game produces. It's like you have to take some Tylenol afterwards and sit in a dark room afterwards after playing this game. It's like I stress out about the idea. I mean, it's cool. I mean, you can see teacups, the railroad, Dumbo, Tower of Terror. That's cool and everything, but I don't think that takes away from the fact that, oh my gosh, you only have so much time, and then all the work that you put into it is just boom, gone. So this is like so many work projects at, you know, your own office. You only have a limited time to do it, and then by the time you're done, it all blows up in your face. So, but now we actually saw this about 2 weeks ago. And you know what? I did not share it with you guys on our Instagram or Facebook, and I feel bad about that because it looked really cool. But the Disney Parks Jungle Cruise Adventure game, a voyage of mystery and misfortune, 2 to 4 players, ages 8 and up. But I mean, it's a cool box. And the idea is that you are a skipper, and you've got cargo, and you've got people on your boat, and whoever. I think this is the funny thing is, can you keep your passengers and cargo safe from jungle dangers? The skipper who finishes with the most valuable freight of travelers and cargo will win. You will lose people in this game. That's just kind of funny in a kind of a dark way. But this is fairly new. Like I said, the first time we saw it was when we stayed over at Bay Lake Towers. We saw it over at the Contemporary. So the Jungle Cruise game, the game where the inevitability is that you're going to lose passengers on your boat. And then we talked about how terrible the idea of a perfection game is. Just because, you know, I find it stressful. That's just my personal thing. So,
Yeah, that's not my favorite.
all right. Select Halloween glow items are $10. Now, a lot of the Halloween glow necklaces and things right now are all normally $16. So you can get these guys.
Not the really cool Zero on a Leash.
Now,
It is still
that's what I was going to
30.
say. This guy showed up last year. And, you know, we actually, honestly, this is not a brag. I'm not bragging. But I can tell you that for a fact, and we had a family with us when it happened, we were at the Magic Kingdom last year, the first night that they released this guy. Mm-hmm. And the reason was that we had not seen it anywhere. It had not been posted anywhere. We had just gotten off the Haunted Mansion. And there was a cast member who just brought a card out and was demonstrating it and just waving it around. And we went crazy on it. I mean, it's a floating Zero toy. And I could have sworn it was going to be the toy of the Halloween season last year. I'm glad to see that it's back. It's $30. And at nighttime, like when we got out of the Haunted Mansion, it was pretty dark at night. That time, you cannot see the black leash that he was on. And it just looked like there was a floating toy in front of the cast member. It was really cool effect. So, I don't know if there's any more. I don't know if there's any more fans over here for Nightmare Before Christmas or not. There's some. A Sally shirt. The Santa Claus? No, where? Where's Santa Claus? Santa Claus? Oh. Look at this. There are. Jack Skellington has invaded our parks. It's a little early. It's a little early for Santa Claus. Yeah. We got to get Jack Skellington full on first. I mean, you got to enjoy Jack and his full Jack and Sally-ness before we move on to Santa Claus. So this is our Mickey's Not So Scary time right now. We'll get to Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party here soon. These guys are $26.99 each. There's miniature versions as well. This one, oh, that one's cute. He's got 0. It is $26.99 as well. So, any other Nightmare Before Christmas fans out there? So Disney Deliver 1997. They say it's pouring down rain at MK. It actually started to rain on us as we were parking here, but then the skies kind of took blue again. So right now it's not raining at the moment. That's not to say we aren't going to get it, because we're just around the corner from you guys. More Nightmare Before Christmas years.
I'm gonna go make my purchase. So.
All right, we're gonna go look at these pins over here. Oh, they're magic bands too. Any magic band collectors? So it looks like they have some of the ones we've seen before. The Black Widow. The Child Magic Band. If you guys seen that one, I remember that was being $4,000. There are Father's Day magic bands still left. None of these came out before or at Father's Day, so the Mother's Day and the Father's Day's band didn't come out until mid-July. And then there's the graduation bands, which I'm shocked that there's even still a few of those left. Those also are only 1,000, so very few. They have, hey Susan, they have the Child. They have the Child. And look at all the pins. It's been a while since we see some of the limited edition pins. This is Jungle Cruise, limited release, and the Skipper. We actually have some photos and some stuff I'm going to share later on tonight of the 2020 Epcot International Food and Wine trading pins. I wanted to put them up so that you guys could see those. I will have those up later tonight. These are from the Play. I believe this is from the Play app. Yeah, so if you ride certain rides or do certain things on the Play app, you could purchase the pins to go along with them. And these are 2 new Disney Vacation Club pins that were just released. I think there's a total of 4. I'm gonna have to double check, but I mean, that's pretty cute there. Did you see the Disney Vacation Club pins here? They were just released this past week, I believe. So,
I like the black and white ones.
yeah, it's kind of, I like the look of them. They're the sepia, is that the word I'm looking for? So, but look, they have the Child band. I'm surprised they still have them available. But there's 4,000 of them. A lot more of them available. All right, shall we? All right. Slip back over here and see some more Halloween stuff. If you guys haven't seen all of the Halloween stuff, we do have our video on YouTube as well. You can look it up and see more of the merchandise. I like that the kids' spirit jersey is actually sparkly. This year they have spider webs on the ears for the Mickey pumpkin. Haunted Mansion stuff. Need some socks, guys? Some villain socks. If you want to, you know, if you want your feet to look as bad as they smell, and that you can have some novelty socks, $24.99. I don't know. I don't think I could pull those off.
I don't think I can pull them off.
You could pull them off. You could totally pull them off. I love the carvings in this store, and also the one across the way.
Hello guys, welcome.
with the music? Hmm.
It's odd.
It's very odd music. Oh, the birds. Oh, the birds out? The birds are out. They are. Look, they're coming down. Shall we go say hello to the macaws? Let's go find ourselves a socially distant space.
Oh my goodness. Oh, look.
I knew something was up when I heard that music. Wonder if our cast member buddy Robert is here today. He's come out usually. Now normally, I don't know if they've been coming out as often since the park is reopened, but in normal operations.
Out on this side of the fence, on
Yeah.
the best
Whoa, there they go. Whoa. They just show up long enough to get a little bit of a treat and then they are out of here.
So cool.
So normally they'll show up. The rest of the cast
Stay,
members, the
they'll
cast,
talk to them for a while.
they'll let you come up and take a few pictures. They'll probably stay about maybe 4 to 5 minutes. And I can tell you guys, here's our first tip and trick for you guys today. When that show is operating, I know I came up here so you guys can see them a little better. The best place to stand is actually just over there where we just come from, right around the corner. If you stand there and
Right over your
wait for the show to end, and then what you do is you turn your camera on slow-mo.
Yep. You will get the most awesome
Get your
video.
camera on slow-mo and get a slow-mo video just as they're flying off, and you can get the most amazing videos of these birds flying right over your head. You could almost feel the wind underneath their wings and at you. And there's always usually one or two that just stick around. Oh, there's one over there now. He says he's not ready to go yet. There he goes. Whoa. That was awesome. All right. We got somebody cleaning up over here. Look at these guys. He's like, they drop stuff. These are cleaners. Look at the mourning dove over here, picking up all the leftovers. So it hasn't started raining here yet, even though it did rain on us when we were in the parking lot. But for now, it's all blue skies. It's very clear. That's not to say it's going to stay that way very long. Hopefully it will stay that way for us for the rest of this afternoon. We've been having a lot of rainstorms here in the afternoons, late evenings. Like rain gushes, but that's typical kind of Florida weather, but lately it just seems like it's always coming a little bit later than it normally has. But they're just kind of pop-ups for the most part. Luckily we avoided a little bit this past weekend. We try to watch it, but I mean, the radars don't really do too much sometimes, trying to figure out exactly what you're going to hit and if it's going to hit you or not. So.
Do we need a snack? Do we need hydration?
So over at Flame Tree Barbecue, oh man, it smells amazing. It smells awesome over here.
You need a snack?
I do, but they don't have, they have a limited menu at the moment.
What are you missing?
They don't have the fries anymore, do they? Have the fries returned? Can you check? Anybody here like to eat at Flame Tree Barbecue? And I wonder, do they still have Tables in Wonderland discounts at this one?
I don't know.
I mean, they used
don't know
to.
how we would get that.
I'm not sure either. One point or another, you could actually get a discount. Was it here? Was it Tables in Wonderland, or was it annual pass holder?
It was
So Susan's going to check the menu real quick. We did learn, we've been playing around with some new options as far as things that have been added just in the past couple of weeks on the My Disney Experience app. And if you guys are... Yep, so I didn't think they were.
You can get a hot dog or a big chicken drumstick.
Nah.
You don't want anything.
No, not after smelling that barbecue. I don't know if having a hot dog after smelling that barbecue would do much good.
Well, they also have it too.
What's that?
Get the chips.
That's true.
But do they have water there?
I have no idea. I do not know.
Well, let's go get the chips.
All right. Make my order.
I'm not really wanting something to eat, but I need hydration.
Hey, Andrew, glad you could join us. We are in search of a snack or something to tide us over. Little hydration as we get started here. We did have a little bit of rain just as we came in from the parking lot, but it has cleared out.
Hardly even enough to have it rain.
Yeah, but it was there. This is a good spot, guys, to stand. As you can see, look at the water lilies. You can see the boat passageway. If you stand here every so often, there will be character boats that will come by. The one we heard earlier was of the drums.
Yeah.
So if you guys saw our Instagram story letting you know about us going live, you would have saw the little video of the drums coming through. Trilobites. Are the buffalo chicken chips still gluten-free?
Could we get an order of the buffalo chicken chips? And then, can we get a couple of ice waters too? Do you want two? Yeah, just two.
Mary, so glad you found us. Thanks for joining us this afternoon. We're going to grab a quick bite because we like to at least try something every so often and let you guys see about it if you're not aware of it. Today we're going to grab the buffalo chicken chips. It's here at Trilobites. It's just here on the edge of Dino Land. And the great thing about these chips is that it is gluten-free, I believe. It was in the past, so that Susan can actually enjoy them as well. Gluten-friendly.
They're gluten-friendly. We'll say that. Thank you so much.
Oh, there's a bunny. Look, there's a rabbit. Look, there's a little rabbit over there.
Oh my goodness.
Where is he going?
Dude, you are not in the same
Where
place.
is he going? Where?
I don't think he knows where he's going. He's having a little freak out there. There's nowhere for him to jump into.
Wow. Yep, I just saw one of the boats come back. We were just talking about. Yep, it's Rafiki on there. Oh, and Timon. Rafiki and Timon are out on the boats at the moment. Look, we saw a wild rabbit and Timon. As they go back in, a few minutes later, there'll be another boat come out with another characters. These are all characters you would normally. Timon sometimes is over there across from Starbucks. We saw Rafiki and Timon. Andrew wants to know how Bugs Bunny got in.
There's lots of bunnies about.
I mean, have you been to a Six Flags recently? If you've been to Six Flags recently, you'll understand why he's coming to Disney. All right, let's go see if the bunny rabbit wants to have a bite.
Where are we headed?
Let's go away from the music. Here, about over here. Grab a bite over here. Take it easy on the side. So Andrew, which Six Flags are you closest to? We ourselves used to be close to Six Flags over Georgia, New England. Yeah, you know what? I just saw something come across my email just recently about Six Flags over Georgia, and I haven't looked to see what the newest and greatest operations update with that park is just yet. So, shall we? You want to sit on the same side?
Yes.
I'll sit right here.
I am not that hungry, but this is one of my favorite snacks, so I will be happy if you.
You will be eating all of my. Got it.
Yeah.
So I'm glad you're letting me know ahead of time.
That's what you get for not going to your other dining option.
Oh, like if I'd gotten the barbecue, you know, you could have the barbecue too.
Yeah, but I wouldn't have been like, oh my gosh, I have to eat that right now.
Oh, that's true.
All right, forks and napkins.
All right, so we are seated. We can take our mask off for a second here. Curious, let's see. Skipper Bob's going for a date night at George Wine Bar. Any suggestions? Yeah. Afterwards, go over to
The Hangar Bar.
the Hangar Bar. Get the Temple of Bacon.
Yes.
I don't know. Just I don't really have any real suggestions for
Not for that location.
George Wine Bar. Other than the fact that, like I said, just across the way is the Hangar Bar, which is
We're
like
not
one
big
of our
wine drinkers.
Yeah,
So
I like the
gosh,
I like
we
the
have to go
I like
eat
the
there.
convolutioness of the one across the way. So so I'm trying to guess the character that's going by now by the music. So this is from Travelmation. The buffalo chicken chips.
They are
house-made
delicious.
potato chips, kettle chips, I guess you could say. It does have buffalo chicken on it, cubed chicken.
Yep.
It's got what, peppers or celery?
Tomatoes and celery.
Celery.
There's
And
some green onions and blue cheese.
and it's a good size. I mean,
Yes.
we've actually gotten this for a meal before, like
Yeah.
with the kids, and we all got one. So instead of like going off someplace else, we just got one of these. So, have you guys ever tried this before?
Yeah, who has had these? This is one
Has
of my
anybody tried
favorite
this before?
snacks. If you haven't had it, you should definitely give it a try. It's not always open, which is one of the reasons I think that some people haven't discovered it yet. But
A little bit of kick, a little bit,
it's not.
not too bad.
It's not thick.
So while we're kind of sitting here and not moving around, now will be a good time to kind of talk about some stuff that's been going on as far as Disney news. Question is, before I come up with a subject, if you guys have any questions, I'd love to answer about what's going on with Disney, promotions, or stuff like that. So fire away and let us know in the chat. What's the latest Disney news that you want to know more about? I always find it when we eat stuff like this, try not to eat all the toppings off the first few chips.
I'm a huge fan of buffalo blue cheese. Blue cheese and buffalo together. It's one of my favorite combinations. So, and they even got the celery on it. So that's kind of the cool thing. It really is like if you
I don't
went,
normally like celery. I deal with it.
if you went to get wings and they would serve you like either ranch or blue cheese along with carrots or carrot and celery sticks, you kind of get a little taste of that.
My challenge is making sure that the toppings get spread up to the point you're not just having plain chips by the time you get to the bottom.
like the chips, so it doesn't bother me. I like chips.
I like the chips too. But, you know, I'm all about symmetry. Making sure that, you know, they get enough to last and everybody gets a little bit. You don't want to be the chip that doesn't get any of the dip, you know?
I'm doing it on my phone.
I'm checking.
So we're not seeing any comments on Chris's phone right now, so if you are commenting, we might be missing them. Possibly. Wow, they were heavy with the ice. I may have to get some more water.
But didn't you order an extra one?
Mm,
You were trying to get me to do that, weren't you?
I was. That's why I looked over at you.
But I didn't want an extra one. So you didn't get an extra one? You didn't want to be the person that asked for extra?
No.
Oh. I keep thinking that the chicken's trout.
Ew.
Well, it looks like little bitty, you know,
No,
and they're pinkish because it's got the buffalo on it, right? So it just kind of reminds me, like if we eat enough, we'll turn into flamingos.
I don't know if anyone would want to see that. Really not sure.
I don't know, if I turned into a flamingo right now and flew off, I'm sure somebody's going to start playing that back. I can see it happening. So, that's odd. Oh, that's why. There we go. Awesome. Hey, Weston, how are you doing today? We're doing pretty good. Like I said, we're just got to get something to eat real quick. We always like to try to get something that we can share that maybe nobody knew about. Today we're kind of...
Also, Chris did not eat lunch today.
I did not eat lunch today.
If he doesn't eat, he gets hangry. You guys
I don't get
wanna see that.
hangry. I get lovely. I do. I turn into like a sweeter person. I turn into like
Sure.
I turn into the best of Smurfs.
Let's not lie to our followers.
But I'm curious to see have I mean, I like to try to get certain things just to kind of share. And see if anybody else has had them. Later on, we do want to walk by. I want to go back by Flame Tree. See if Andy is working today and say hello. And if you're watching, we'll see if we can stop by and give a wave. Need to get those fries back. I missed the fries. Normally they have these snack fries over at Flame Tree Barbecue that have just a little bit of protein on them. And I think some like cheese sauce or something like that. I can't remember now. Really good.
They have barbecue and cheese and something else. I can't remember. But they are fries that are loaded up in the best kind of way, so.
So after we're done here, what suggestions would you guys like to do a look at next?
Yeah, where you guys want us to go? So you do ride, keeping in mind that some rides might lose you.
So there's a lot of rides here that, you know, we may have a drop-in signal. Dinosaur, I don't think we've ever tested.
I haven't.
The Dinosaur is kind of a dark ride.
The safari. We've gotten one request. Andrew wants to go on the safari.
We'll probably drop you at least one time during the safari. We haven't had kind of bad luck on the safari lately.
There's just this one spot we always drop. And then when we come back, sometimes it doesn't come back right.
I like doing the safari though, because there's always something different. And so, Weston, what we're eating right now with the buffalo chicken chips. They are just over here at Trilo Bites. I'm gonna turn it. If you're walking in in the Dino Land. You'll see the little kiosk right there. I think they're what, $8.50? And it's this big tray. It's a fairly large tray of chips, covered in buffalo chicken, tomatoes, celery, a little bit of blue cheese sauce. They are gluten friendly, so Susan can actually enjoy them, which is a plus for us.
Yep. The chips may be fried in something that fries other things, so they might not work for everyone, but for me, they're okay.
They're a great snack to share. We've shared them between us and our kids before.
We've had them a meal. If you get them by yourself, it's definitely a meal size.
And it's not your typical thing. Like I said, you gotta have to know that they're there. Not everybody's tried them before.
It's not just a burger and fries or a hot dog or...
I hear another character coming back.
I'm gonna go get some water.
So, real quick while we're finishing this up,
Sorry.
let's talk about promotions. Let's see. I want to see some of the comments. Jennifer said, "Dinosaur is the only ride that gave me motion sickness." Susan does okay with it.
Yeah, I'm okay with it.
Yeah, she doesn't have too much of a problem, but it does jostle you about a lot. And your Dinosaur is a dead zone for streaming. Yeps. At least once. I would be surprised if you can get through without dropping at least once. Mary was talking about rebooking with discounts. Great pricing. 11/4 through 11/19. Do you think they will have the tree trail decorations and dining by the second week of November? Right now, we're still waiting to see whether or not we're going to have Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party, and I think that's going to be a lot of stuff that kind of pushes how Disney works. Normally, they're really quick about getting all the decorations up. Matter of fact, last year we were already doing our first videos on YouTube of decor at the resorts by the first week of November, and we were so tired by the second week of November because we were having to go to all these resorts and try to get his videos up as quickly as possible because we just weren't used to them being up so early. So I hope
I'm so glad that you're excited about Animal Kingdom. Chris's phone does not like the heat, so. But we are back now. Sorry about that. And I'm finishing up the last of these. So what happened while I stepped away? Did you guys get to talk about any of the deals yet? Or the news about Disney restaurants? Disney has released some awesome stuff in the last couple days, so. Okay, let's try this one more time. Sorry about that, Linda. Can you see us now? All right. So we were talking about deals. These are actually kind of exciting for one particular reason that I'll explain to you as we get to it. But okay, so there were two different promotions released. One is for anyone, and it's a package deal. It requires at least 4 nights stay and at least 4 days tickets. And it is good from September the 4th, so for this holiday weekend even, if you can find availability, all the way through December 25th. And this is the exciting thing about this. So if you want to do Christmas at Disney, contact us. We can hook you up. I can make that deal work for you over Christmas. So, but it is, you save up to $500 for a 4-night, 4-day stay. So 4 nights with 4 days of tickets. If you stay longer, the savings is actually a little more, and it just varies depending on what level of resort you're staying at. So obviously a value resort is going to be a smaller amount than, say, a deluxe, different percentages off. In addition to that, they have released a room-only discount, and it is only good for certain states. And let me pull that list up because I want to make sure that I'm giving you the right states. Essentially, it's the states that would most easily be able to drive to Florida, to Orlando for a Disney trip.
The Alabama, Mississippi, Louisiana, Tennessee, Georgia, North and South Carolina, the Virginias, and I think Kentucky.
I think so too. Hold on,
But it's basically
details.
those in the southeast.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, I know a lot of people have reached out to me from Texas going, what's the deal, Disney?
I know, right? But you can still get that package deal that we were talking about. So the states, sorry, I got an itch in my throat. So the states that qualify, Whew. Okay. We've got Alabama, Georgia, Kentucky, Louisiana, Mississippi, North Carolina, South Carolina, Tennessee, Virginia, and West Virginia. So those are the states that are included. Kentucky was in there right after Georgia. Okay. Alabama, Georgia, Kentucky, Louisiana, Mississippi, North Carolina, South Carolina, Tennessee, West Virginia, and Virginia. Okay, so here's the deal with this one. There is no minimum number of days stay. So you can stay 1 night, you can stay up to, I think the max for this one is 10 nights stay. But it's up to 30% off. And just like with the room package that's up to $500, it just depends on which resort you're staying at what level. So if it's one of their resorts that's a value resort, you're gonna obviously not save 30% off the room rate. But if it's a deluxe resort, most of those are at a 30% discount, which is significant. So package those with some tickets and you've got an awesome stay in the works. So if you have want any additional information about those, definitely reach out to us. We would love to give you more information. We are excited. Go to the website. Yeah, you can go to our website at eartoearmagic.com. You can also reach out to us on our email addresses, susanedwards at travelmation.net or chrisedwards at travelmation.net. You can message us on Instagram, you can message us on Facebook, just, whatever works for you, feel free to reach out and we'd be happy to give you more information about that. That was the first bit of exciting news. And then as we were driving over here, we also saw that...
you want to finish up the chips and I can...
Yep.
So other news that Disney has presented or released as of today is that they are preparing to open up more dining establishments here in Walt Disney World, and that is coming up in September and 1st of October. So for some of you who have been missing certain establishments that you're like, well, I wish they would have reopened those, they announced those today. First one will be at the end of September. Disney's Hollywood Studios, they're going to start reopening Hollywood and Vine for the seasonal dining. That is the mini meet and greet area that is over there by Echo Lake. And starting the 25th of September, they're going to reopen that. It's no longer going to be a buffet for the time being. They're going to have family-style meals. And then, of course, if you've seen our video of Topolino's Terrace, right after it reopened, the meet and greets will be very similar to that, in which characters will come by, but they will not stop at your table.
Yeah.
You'll see characters from a distance, but you won't necessarily have them come up. They won't be signing signatures and things like that.
Yeah.
So you'll get to see Minnie and some of her friends in their Halloween-y kind of outfits starting the 25th.
It's still exciting.
So that's good that they're, still have a little bit of a monster feast for you and your little ones over there at Hollywood and Vine.
They don't have any details on what that means exactly. So as more details are released, we'll definitely pass them on to you. But but not that full buffet that you're used to. Anything that used to be a buffet as it comes back is not.
So another meet and greet establishment will be opening up here in, wow, that's loud.
Bad to the bone.
September 24th. And September 24th, they're going to reopen Cinderella's Royal Table in the Magic Kingdom. Here's the deal. While you will still be able to dine inside the castle, once again, one thing that you will not be able to do, unfortunately, is the princesses are going to be really busy on their cavalcade.
They're not going to be able to come in and greet guests.
Yeah, so there will not be any social distance greetings from characters at Cinderella's Royal Table. So for those who still want to eat inside the castle, you will be able to do that, but it will be different as well until things kind of turn back around. Next, as far as those two go, you should be able to, starting September 11th, start making reservations again using the My Disney Experience app or online to make reservations for the Hollywood and Vine and the Cinderella's Royal Table.
Yep.
Also, starting September 4th, which is this Friday, they're going to reopen Gaston's Tavern at the Magic Kingdom.
Which is exciting.
So we may have to stop by there on Saturday and see how things are going.
Yep, see what they have.
Maybe we'll get a La Fleur Brew.
That is the traditional location of the cinnamon rolls, as large as a toddler's hat.
So we, if we don't see it on Saturday, maybe you'll catch us on next Monday. We're going to be Magic Kingdom Monday again, live streaming from the Magic Kingdom. So I think we definitely have to go by and check out and see if we can get inside Gaston's Tavern. It will be Labor Day, so that might be a little difficult. And another one that will be opening up, ABC Commissary, Disney's Hollywood Studios, is going to be opening up for lunch beginning October 8th.
Not for dinner.
Not for dinner, but
just
for lunch.
For lunch.
And of course, you kind of, there'll be maybe a few limitations and things like they've had at other places.
Yeah.
So 4 new places that will be reopening: Hollywood and Vine, which of course is going to be over at Hollywood Studios starting September 25th. Cinderella's Royal Table will be opening September 24th. Both of those, again, you can get reservations starting September 11th. And then, of course, Gaston's Tavern will open this Friday. And then the ABC Commissary will be opening up in October. So,
I would love some options. We have noticed that at Hollywood Studios, some of the dining locations are closing. They already have more limited options and they're closing earlier. And part of that is probably just a practical thing, as we've pointed out on several occasions in pretty much every park. Because of the lowered crowd capacity, there are fewer people there, the wait times are short, and you can normally knock everything out within a few hours. So if someone's not staying specifically for a Rise of the Resistance boarding group, they're likely going to leave before the park closes, so then they start closing down the dining. That's just something we noticed when we were there the other day, so just keep that in mind. And so another lunch option is cool. They're adding additional options during that busy point.
They need to have another lunch option, especially at Hollywood Studios, because right now you don't have the lunchbox.
Yeah,
Woody's lunchbox is not
lunchbox
reopened
is
just yet. So I can't wait to get a bowl of tachos or whatever they call them there.
Those are yummy.
Jay's asking about the crowds. The crowds right now, for the most part, especially during this time of day, are not too bad.
Yeah. Weekdays are obviously lower than weekends.
We are preparing for a big jump come Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday.
This is the first major holiday weekend since everything has been
because we didn't have 4th of July. Didn't know the parks didn't open until 11th and the 15th, so we didn't get to see what that would have been like. So we're going to see if they've opened up a few more reservations as far as limitations go. We'll see how that's going to work.
Yeah.
We are going to be in the parks on Saturday. We're not necessarily going to be live streaming, but we will be having some information going up on Facebook and Instagram. So if you guys don't follow us on those social medias, make sure you do so. We will show you exactly what we can as far as what crowds are going to be like. And we may have a little bit more information than normal.
Yeah.
Diana
says, cinnamon rolls. I agree. I miss the cinnamon rolls. I can't have them anymore, but they are the perfect snack to share. So
let's
wrap up.
Yeah. The other thing is we will be on Labor Day in the Magic Kingdom. So if you guys have been joining us for these past few weeks on Mondays at Magic Kingdom, we'll be here again on Labor Day, and we will show you exactly what it looks like in the parks, because we're just going to have it on. We're just going to stand there and let you see the crowds.
You'll see it firsthand.
All right, let's
my mask back on. I am so bad about forgetting to put my mask back on when I take it off when I'm sitting at a table. And even sometimes I walk away without it. So my oldest makes fun of me. Because he was with us when we went. I don't know if any of you guys got to see our live stream from Epcot when we had dinner at Spice Road Table, and he was with us, and I got so far away from the restaurant before I even realized I was missing my mask, and I had to run back and get it. But got it on now to load up with all our stuff.
All right, so hopefully we're going to be able to see some characters on the boats. We've been hearing them drive by us as we've been going by. Let's head back on over to Discovery.
It hasn't been raining, so they travel pretty frequently.
It's gotten kind of darker lately.
There's no rain. It does look like it could rain, but
yeah, it's not
no rain so far.
raining just yet, but if you guys were wondering where we were buying, getting the buffalo chicken chips, is right over there in Trilobites.
Yep, Trilobites.
And you know, I've never had the ice cream there. They do have milkshakes, have an Oreo milkshake there. But you know, Oreo milkshakes don't necessarily go that great with buffalo chicken for the most part. So,
Drums.
yep, I hear the drummers coming. Sit here long enough, we hear the drummers come by. I want to see some characters there too, though, you know? All right, let's listen to the drums and let's make sure we wave to our drum band as they come through today. I'm nervous, guys. I really am nervous because I'm afraid I'm going to drop my camera today. Not that there's any reason or that I would think that, except for the fact that we were over at Animal Kingdom Lodge earlier this afternoon, and I did see not a cast member, but I saw a guest taking pictures of the animals and then dropped her phone, went right over the edge and right into the savannah. So, Megan, good afternoon. Glad you could join us. Diana, we haven't made it over yet. We're hopefully gonna grab a safari. I see Pocahontas and Miko there in the distance, and they're gonna be doing a high five drive-by as the band comes through. Woo. Stand on the bridge and they will come to you. Build your bridge and they will come. They definitely march to the drum beats. All right, how about go to Discovery Island? Let's head on over toward, let's go catch I don't know where Susan went. Susan's hiding from me. I think we should head on over to see if we can catch a safari this afternoon, because I'm afraid that if the weather is getting too wet, that we may get rained out later on today. Diana, unfortunately, she is no longer around. She she went on her own little trip here sometime in the spring, and we don't know when or if she will return. So I'm hoping that she will eventually come back. Let's go down this way. I want to look at the water.
Okay.
I'm assuming, Diana, you're referring to as Divine. Divine is a character that would often be seen at the front of the parks and to different places, but often by the foliage. And she herself was major foliage herself, so it's always cool to see Divine when you saw her. She was always very elegant and took her time getting to any place. And oftentimes, if you didn't see a cast member like nearby Divine, you might not even know she's there.
It's true. She blends pretty well.
She blends extremely well. So we're walking down to the bottom of the Flame Tree Barbecue area. There is a expansive area for dining, room tables and the like.
Yes.
And
Much larger than any of the other restaurants.
oh yes,
here.
but look at the views that you get while dining down here. If you can find the good tables, you can watch the expeditions go up into Everest all day long.
And the characters come right by here.
Yep. So you can actually see them coming and going actually.
Oh, you know what they say?
So
Adventure is always in the jungle.
I thought adventure was out there.
No, adventure's out there, but it's just out there somewhere in the jungle. Beyond that mighty mountain, there's a whole world of adventure just waiting to be discovered. And clearly, you are at the right place.
Awesome. It's good to see you, Andy. Good to see you. Hey, can I get a shoulder? Can I get a elbow? Boom. Wow, I heard that. Look at that. We make connections right there.
All right.
Hi.
Give us some time.
How are you?
Doing?
How are you doing today, Andy?
Another day in paradise.
It is,
You know, I gotta say, sorry to jump topic. I had the same tripod until I broke it a long time ago because I kept bending it. I kept
Twisting it.
Eventually, I'm gonna do that. I'm
Well,
sure.
Get the one that's like the Connect, you know, like I have that.
Uh-huh.
It's like it can come apart. It's meant to do that. I call it the Connect tripod, pretty much. That's what I.
Well, it's funny. I actually do have a very nice stabilizer that I
There you go.
purchased. The only problem is, since I bought it, it's brand new. The motor decides to just go crazy on me and just start spinning. So until I can get that either fixed or replaced.
So we got vacation, exploration, and ears to magic in this day.
That's right.
Hello.
Jenna,
How are
this
you?
is the thing. I'm sorry, did
She's
you get my
hydrating.
message? Yeah, and I sent you guys one too when I was on my break too.
I was about to say we have been.
Not many people know this exists down here.
This is one of our favorite
It's nice.
spots
You
to
guys
eat.
get to
Hey.
see the characters.
And oh yes, we were watching. We just saw the drummers go by, Miko. We have somebody watching named Andrew, and Andy says hello to Andy.
Oh,
So
hiya, pal. Great to see you. welcome. So,
I'm so glad we got to run into you because we.
did you get food?
No, just the water.
Oh, you guys gonna come sit down here? Or?
Yeah, I'll sit down here.
Awesome. There's plenty of room. You guys want to sit down too?
Well, we actually just had something to trial bite, so we're gonna head on. We're gonna go catch a safari. But you know, we've been through this park 3 times in the past month. Stopped by every time to see if we can find you. I'm just so glad we finally got to see you.
I know. I've been. Well, those were busy times.
Oh, yeah.
Before this kicked in, and like it's just so unreal. I mean, Heather knows this too. I mean, like both you guys are in the parks more than I am, but they are just. It's just so mind-boggling how quiet it is.
It is.
I wish it's these bad times.
We saw a rabbit just run across the pathway.
And they're
Only going to do that when it's quiet, right? So, and we've seen, like we've noticed, we call them ditch deer. Have you ever seen? If you ever go to Fort Wilderness, over near Fort Wilderness, there's always ditch in the side of the roads. But since for 4 months people weren't here as much, they started getting closer and closer.
So they're right there in the
So
ditch, right along the road.
We call them ditch deer, and so our kids know when we say ditch deer, everyone starts looking for the deer. That's where they are. But it's only because of the fact that the crowds have been so less that they've gotten a lot more, normal to get up to places. So to see, by the way, hi Heather, I'm Chris, this is Susan.
Sorry, I was just because that area is closed off. I'm on constant patrol.
I gotta get.
I'm on Hawkeye right now.
This area is closed.
Yeah. So,
This area's open. That area.
but if you ever see any ditch deer, you know that's our term. We use them from now on.
So you should claim that because whenever someone uses it, they should pay you like a quarter or something. Whenever
Wow,
someone says ditch deer,
that would be a quarter more than we've got right now. That'd be awesome. So, we're good. Hey, Heather, it's nice to meet you. Enjoy the water, and if you spill too much more, make him get some more.
Heather,
So-
who are you here with?
I was here by myself today.
Okay, grab your stuff, and then you can come down here, take a relax, and you guys are more.
Do a
than-
relaxation station. We're gonna go catch a safari before it starts to rain, because knowing our luck. So, yeah, it's coming. MK is being poured on right now. So, Well, guys, it's good to see you. Good to see you,
Listen,
Andy. It
guys,
really is.
My day has been double blessed because we have vacation exploration here. You can find her on Instagram and YouTube, and we got ear-to-ear magic right here.
That's
Cool.
Two wonderful people in my presence. I love you guys
So you got
much.
vacation exploration? Awesome.
It's
We'll look it
Sweet
up.
Nation.
All right.
right.
Good to see you, Heather. Good to see you, man. It really is.
Oh, come on up.
Of course, now we smell barbecue.
Well, see, once you smell that barbecue, you just
Oh my
can't
gosh.
resist.
I wanted some of the fries. Unfortunately, that aren't available right now.
Well, they are. It's just the it's just not the pork and fries, which is what everyone wants. It's the fries with the nacho cheese and the pulled pork and the BBQ sauce and all that good stuff.
We will be checking back through here. Good to see you, Andy. So just
Hey,
to
listen, come here. Listen, everyone watching right now, ear-to-ear magic is the best. You know this? You've seen this? It's amazing. They're amazing.
Awesome.
They got ears. It's time for cheers. Am I right?
Awesome.
Close
Get it on.
You guys,
Good
God
to-
bless you both.
good to
guys
see you,
always
man.
stay around. I love you guys so much. And as our dear friend Mickey would say, so long, pal. See ya real soon.
That's right. Thank you, Andy.
appreciate it, buddy.
I love Kitty.
See ya.
I love you guys. You guys enjoy that safari.
Oh, we will. Loving the animals.
I'll be here if you need me.
You can see a little. Now, our daughter, when we come to eat here, often she will finish up early and then come sit over the edge by the pool
Yes, just for the birds.
just to watch the birds and to watch the fish. Now, while we were standing here and talking with Andy and just looking around, the drums have just made their circle.
Back around, yep.
So if you guys were watching when we saw the drums going to the bridge, we can time to see about how long it takes the characters to around all the way around the island. But as you can see right here, if you grab a bite to eat here at Flame Tree Barbecue and sit down in this area right here,
At the very far.
all the characters will come by you.
Yeah, and you can see them all.
You don't have to go looking for them. They come to you. Oh, wait. And also, if you come down here, you got cast members who will dance for you. I can't guarantee that every time, though.
We go this way?
Can we go the way around this way? I don't know if we can. I think this ends up here.
No,
This
no.
goes back over because this is where Mickey and Minnie normally will meet and greet. Andy is full of spirit, I can tell you that.
We love
We
it. Our cast member friends are the best.
just because I haven't in a while. He is one of the reasons we know that cast members were so glad to have the parks reopen.
Yes.
So
We've
this
heard
is,
a lot of commentary about how, you know,
yeah,
people were being forced back to work. They didn't want to be at work, but
this is normally where the Mickey and Minnie meet and greet is. It's just before you cross over into Asia off of Discovery Island. And if you want to see Mickey and Minnie now, you will have to wait for them to come by on one of the boats we've just been talking about.
it's true. You can wave at them as they go by, which is fun, but not quite the same as a hug.
Not
from
always the
Mickey.
same. No, I can't wait to
No.
be able to meet the characters again full on. So, oh, the drums are still making their way out. All right, so let's make our way.
Voila.
Let's make our way over to Harambe. Because seriously, I am concerned about whether or not it's going to start raining. And even though we may drop you at some point during the safari, I like doing the safari. It changes every time, and it's just a great chance to see different animals doing different things every time. So, and don't worry, don't go anywhere, guys, because later on we will get our live stream photo.
Yes.
We'll have to get everybody's picture together. So we'll have to find ourselves a photographer to get that a little bit later as well. So right now, coming over, just over after crossing of the bridge, there is the bird show up here. Now, I will tell you this, it is not actually themed up at the moment.
It looks like there's nothing at all today.
And, or else they've just already finished them all up. But yeah, they are not doing the up show version right now because Russell and Doug are not able to join them in the parks at the moment. So it's kind of gone back to a shadow of a version that was showed back in the day. I still miss the old version that we got to see one of the last shows before it stopped. It was like the end of December,
Yep.
or before the new year. And so it was cool because we got to see one of the last shows. It wasn't the last show, but it was one of the last shows. And knowing what the show was like, I made sure I had my dollar bill ready. And I was selected along with another gentleman to come up on stage and have, I was selected to come up and they had the bird fly right, it was the owl, wasn't it? Like fly right over us.
Yeah.
So I loved that video. I treasured that video.
And they come so low.
I mean, you could hear the whoosh of its wings. All right. I know, Taylor, I'm the same way. We need a good old Mickey hug. I actually need a Stitch hug. Haven't had a Stitch hug in so long. Afternoon, John.
I'm sure people
The MBN here is asking about what time is it? What time is it here?
It's 4:15.
It's like 4:15. Yep. So we're about we're just shy of 2 hours before the park closes for the day.
Yep, we got an hour and 45 minutes left.
John just said hello. Hope you are doing well this afternoon, sir. Congratulations on the latest news for your family, John. That's really exciting. We are proud. We are proud of your wife, most certainly. So, all right. So now normally this area here is just always full of every kind of activity and jumping around and dancing and just vibrancy. We don't have our performers here like we've done in the past, so it just kind of doesn't have the same feel. So Dinah wants to know if there are any regular kittens, cats, cool cats and kittens that are here. I'm assuming, Dinah, you're asking if there are any felines, sort of like they do over at Disneyland, that help keep the rodent populations down.
Not here in this park.
We have seen them at resorts. We have seen them in resorts, but we have not seen them here in the parks. I know Disneyland and Disney's California Adventure big about making sure that they have their rodent controls taken care of by, their feral cat population and colonies that are there, but we don't necessarily have those here. At least not the ones we're aware of. All right, so we're here at Kilimanjaro Safaris. Standby time is about 15 minutes.
We'll take that.
Jumbo! We are here to see the Simbas.
For the health and safety of everyone, please wear a face covering at all times, except when actively eating or drinking while stationary. Wash your hands often and thoroughly. Cover your mouth and nose when coughing and sneezing, and maintain physical distance.
Now, they actually have several of these over here at the Animal Kingdom Lodge at both Kidani and Jumbo House. Matter of fact, there are 11 of them over. If you go to the Savannah at Kidani, they have 11 bachelors of these crested cranes.
And they do like to show off.
They are very, they love to show off. They love to give people a lot of attention. But also, one of the cool things is if you go have a meal, especially earlier in the day, at Sanaa, which is at Kidani Village,
This is my favorite restaurant.
It's the only place to eat at Kidani Village. There is no self-service or quick service there. If you are nice enough to ask and are willing to wait patiently for a table at the window at Sanaa, these cranes will often come up and dance for you. They will come up to the window and dance right in front of you, and while you're having your meal and enjoying your food, they will just dance and jump up and down and have all kinds of fun and get your attention. Now, not to ruin this for you though, I'm going to give you a little bit of a secret about these guys. They aren't really dancing for you. Fact of the matter is that the outside of the glass windows there at Sanaa are mirrored. So these guys think they're dancing with some good-looking female crane on the other side. But they're dancing to their own reflection. But hey, if you just happen to have a table there and you get to enjoy it, it's like dinner and a show.
Yes, indeed.
So, I know I feel kind of guilty the idea of, watching them dance and they have no idea that I'm watching them. It's kind of bird spooky.
Sometimes our perceptions of animals are
See if we can get another view of him over here.
Wow, look at
Let's take a
that.
look at some behaviors that seem familiar, yet have very different meanings in the animal world.
A giant yawn like this might appear to indicate fatigue. But in fact, a bull hippo's awesome yawn is actually a threat display, a warning to other males intruding into his territory. If the intruder does not withdraw, ferocious fighting often ensues. Many old bulls bear
Now,
scars
it's not
of
uncommon,
such
lots of the
territory.
exhibits here, but then they have all males or all females. Matter of fact, if you go into the bird sanctuary here at the Gorilla Exploration Trails, there's one species of birds that is in there. There are nothing but males in there, but every season they build nests for females that will never show up.
Primarily a scavenger,
See if I can-
consuming the remnants of a predator's meal. Yet these are vital to Harambe's ecological health. By swiftly converting carcasses to skeletons, the marabou returns important nutrients to the soil.
In Harambe's open bush country, you might see giraffes engaged in necking. This is not affectionate behavior, but a ritual used to determine dominance between males. The two contestants intertwine their necks.
So this is kind of the farthest back we've been here since we've come back to the parks. We've never had to wait this far back before.
It does seem quite far back, but it is socially
The
distant.
male
Yes.
lion, king
It's
of
not
the
nearly
beasts,
as bad.
supreme hunter of the African plains, actually spends most of his day sleeping.
But not all of the queue is even open. There's got lots of the areas closed off.
It is the females of the pride who do nearly
So
all the
they can make it a lot longer. I mean, typically at this point, when you get this far back in the queue, it's easily, what, an hour and 20 minutes. But they can take that bridge, boom, right there, and all of a sudden it gets longer and longer.
Kilimanjaro Safaris asked me to share with you the true stories of Harambe's wildlife. Some, I think,
You can hear the vehicles from here too.
Yeah.
The mighty male elephant, while impressive, is not the leader nor even
We're not
the
far from the
cornerstone
animals.
We don't-
That's for sure.
We don't get usually to see these
It is the
videos.
species who come together into social units known as herds. Each herd is ruled by an older female known as the matriarch. Her experience in dealing with predators, water sources, and drought patterns is essential to the herd.
And we don't always see the cranes out here, but we don't often get to see this space much too often anyway, because lately you've been kind of we go the short, yeah, the line is always so short you just kind of run by this area. I much rather like to watch them over there at the savannah. They have a lot more space to move around. They do have the freedom to move around over on the savannah over there. They can slip through the little security fence barricades that keep the larger animals into smaller spaces, along with the storks and other birds that hang out over there as well. So another cool bird you can check out if you go over to Animal Kingdom Lodge. This not over at Kidani, but over at Jumbo House. If you go to Jumbo House, they have a small section out there on the savannah that has nothing but brown pelicans in it.
Yeah.
If you can go to certain times of the day, make sure to ask for, cast members who can tell you when. They have feedings where the cast member will go out and, of course, throw. Now, mind you, they won't let you feed the
You
pelicans,
don't feed them,
but you get to watch them being fed. What's even real funny is the fact that not only as soon as they show up to be fed, all the other native birds that are not brown pelicans will show up, and pelicans have to be very, very concise about their catch, because if they don't catch something and it falls to the ground, it's gone. And so it becomes, when you're being hand fed, it's still very much a dog eat dog kind of a scenario to make sure that you get your fish and you get your food for the day. So my daughter loves to go over, and it's usually about, I say, 5-6 o'clock in the afternoons when they've done it in the past, when they do the feedings. I don't know, and I don't think they're doing it right now, but if and when they start those back up, you can actually go and take some small tours over at Animal Kingdom Lodge. Those specialty tours will allow you to go out on special vans, very, very similar to what you're doing here on the safari, that you get to go out and see the animals up close, including the giraffes, the Watusi cattle, and the zebras. We love zebras. I think we probably explained why we call them zebras, right?
Yes, but not everyone might have heard the explanation. It's worth repeating,
So,
I suppose.
4 years ago, as part of our anniversary trip, Susan and I, and of course, before we moved, and we do live here just behind the Magic Kingdom now, just under 2 years. But 4 years ago, we were still living in the suburbs of Atlanta. We're coming down here for family trips on a regular basis. But we did an anniversary trip, it was just the two of us, and I booked us a Wild Africa trek, which I believe is one of the coolest tours you can do here at Walt Disney World. It actually takes you on the behind the scenes here at the Kilimanjaro Safaris, and we got to watch the hippos be fed. We got to go up on the zip line kind of area and the up bridges that you sometimes see when you're going on a safari. You can see the bridges that go over the alligators and the hippos.
Yep, over the crocodiles.
We get to traverse those. Then afterwards, we get to have a private luncheon out in the Boma, the safe place in the middle of the savannah.
That's why we're taking our own private
That's why we're
tour
taking our
on a
own private
small
tour.
truck that stops and pulls to the side so you can get all the footage you want of the...
So while we were on the Wild Africa trek, our guide, who had spent several years doing studies,
8 years.
8 years was it?
8 years.
He spent 8 years in Africa, and he kept referring to the zebras as zebras. I'm like, why do you call them zebras? I just had to ask. And he goes, well, over there, that's what they're referred to as zebras.
And he did admit to us when we asked more questions that pretty much everywhere else in the world, except for in the United States, they refer to them as zebras.
So I've just started. Oh, is that still there? I just thought it was kind of not
I
there.
think it's like
It's a phantom limb. So since we trek, we've referred to them as zebras, just because of the fact. So we like to go out to the safari and see the zebras. Dinah wants to know if they still do that tour. I don't believe.
We're not currently doing any tours except for the VIP private tour.
Yes.
Just that whole idea of social distancing doesn't fit well with the tour where you're mixing groups of people.
Because you have to get in some very tight spaces to do those tours. I mean, for the trek, you have to go in, one bridge.
You're in a smaller truck together.
One truck is everybody's in the truck. And here's the thing, when you do the Wild Africa trek and you're in that truck, your special VIP truck, they will stop. Unlike the vehicles that are here, yeah, they'll stop the truck. Everybody can get up and move. They can get your best pictures. You can get right up close to the animals. And they don't have any problems with making sure that you have the best views. So oftentimes the giraffes will be right there by the road. And if you're on the Wild Africa truck, they will pull up to the giraffes and just stop and hang out there as long as they want to. All the other safari tour vehicles, unless they're being blocked by the animals, are required to keep moving. They may stop ever so slightly for a few seconds or something like that, but they can't stay there very long. And they are required to move.
We spent like a solid 8 minutes with the giraffe.
Oh yeah, we did. We were with the giraffes for like a good amount of time, and they were right there beside us. I don't think I've ever been.
Over to the truck.
So it was kind of cool to have the giraffes kind of hang out with us while we were on that tour.
It was fun.
So when that reopens, I don't know, maybe we'll have to redo that tour again and share
Liberty
it with you
is
guys.
owed that as a activity, so we'll see. We'll see. And our future zoologist was very
So this is our covered bridge where the vehicles will be coming underneath us. Welcome to East Africa. You can help ensure the survival and welfare of our endangered wildlife by observing the following rules of behavior while on safari. Number 1, wild animals always have the right of way.
And they definitely follow that rule.
Yep. So last time well, it's not the last time we did a live stream, but the time before that.
Before that, there were 3 rhinos that decided that they were going to walk by, like right next to the truck.
They stopped. They were in the middle of the road at first.
Yeah.
So we couldn't move anywhere. And of course, you can't honk them. You can't push them out of the way. You have to stop until they decide to get out of the road.
Somebody did. We recently did see video of someone else. The rhinos were actually having a bit of a battle.
Oh, they were having a little, yeah. They were going at it
They were having a little bit of a tiff.
in the middle of it, and everyone who was in the trucks got to just watch it. So, ones we saw, back in July were very calm, but they walked right by our vehicle. So we enjoyed
We had
those.
written the please keep your hands
I could have touched the wino so easily.
the vehicle.
I might not have come home with all my arms and limbs, but I could have touched the rhino if I'd wanted to. So we are right now waiting in line at the Kilimanjaro Safari. So it says it was about a 15-minute wait. So, and for those of you who aren't aware of the fact that right now they do not have fast passes at Disney World at the moment. We still have some travel clients who
Everything is standby.
will contact us and say, well, what about fast passes, or can I get, Disney vacation or Disney dining plans? Unfortunately, at the moment, there are no more fast passes until they decide to reinstate them, which won't happen before 2021, I'm sure. And right now, there are no Disney dining plans. I need to get some pictures. We don't have any pictures. We're gonna get some pictures too.
It is my job to protect all the animals of this reserve. That is why I ask you, all of you.
Now, if you do get a chance to watch the video that's playing, like right now, just in front of us, we make it 2 steps around the corner. There is at least one hidden Mickey that has been added to the film. So you should check and look for it, see if you can find it. And I'll go ahead and give you guys a clue. If you look for cheetahs, you might be able to find the hidden Mickey. I don't know if we could get in there in time to see the Mickeys.
Yeah, because welcome to Harambe Wildlife Reserve.
Regina's super like boss there or something.
Oh, I just remember, because there was that one day where Regina was like, no, Regina said,
Clarissa's boss. Clarissa's boss.
oh,
That's I know.
oh my god. Yeah, because the Regina was like, oh yeah, I think you still vacuuming him, so today just go in and think just talk to him and stuff. Say every time you see him, we need it.
All right, so for those of you guys watching, what animal do you want us to focus on when we get onto the tour? Let us know in the comments. And what do you want us to zoom in on? What do you want us to spend more time on? If I have to choose between a a painted dog or a zebra. You know, which do I need to make sure I focus on? We've got hippos in the mix or a crocodile, which is, you know, what's your favorite animal to listen or to look for while you're on the safaris? Megan says the cheetahs. Hey, they're hard to find, but we actually saw them just recently. There were 2 of them up there at the back, and we just were able to catch them while we were watching. I want to see if I can find that hidden Mickey. Yeah, Diane, I'm hoping that we get a good view of the lions, and with not being so hot out today, maybe they'll show up.
I am Warden Wilson Mutua, and I am happy to welcome you to Harambe Wildlife Reserve. I hope
All right, look for that cheetah.
Give you new appreciation and respect for Africa's magnificent living treasures. Harambe Wildlife Reserve was created to meet the growing challenges that face our native wildlife here in Africa. Expanding human population is bringing with it a loss of natural habitat, threatening the very existence of our great creatures. Sadly, even the borders of Harambe cannot protect our animals from the most dangerous threat of all, poaching. To the poachers, these beautiful animals represent only profit. Rhino and elephant are slaughtered for their horns and ivory. Cheetahs and lions are killed for their coats. And antelope and gazelle are trapped in snares, their meat illegally sold. It is my job to protect all the animals of this reserve. That is why I ask you, all of you, to please join us in our battle against poaching. Wamacho or Wajangili, grow eyes for poachers. Only by working together can we maintain Harambe as a safe haven for all its
All right, keep an eye out. Here we go. And
and my whole life I was taught that what you see with your eyes, you value with your heart.
boom.
It is my hope that what
Now,
you
go
see
back and
today
have to go back and rewind that and pause it.
forever.
It's amazing they can hide a hidden Mickey on a cheetah.
Karibuni Harambe, reserve ya wanyama wa porini.
Wow, we've been waiting a while.
Welcome to Harambe
Yes.
Wildlife Reserve.
It's a little longer than we would have anticipated. So normally their wait times are pretty spot on, but maybe we just came around the same time as they were disinfecting. That does slow things up. So,
Clean it up. Maybe we cleaning up the vehicles.
yep, if they're disinfecting, then they probably have to run some empty or let them sit for a little while before they go back into circulation. So that's what it does. Yeah, I'm gonna want some more water after this. Woo, it's hot.
I'm gonna get you a water bottle.
Very humid.
I'm gonna get you a water bottle.
That won't help me. I'm
Get
not
your
allowed to
Camelback.
drink.
No, put your Camelback. You can just keep the hose in your mouth.
Just slip it under my
Slip
mask.
it under your mask. Just stick it underneath there. Be like Dune, except with, you know, a Camelback. As long as it goes under, you know, you just continually fed. Well, we can just put it in IV. We can just get you some
No, that's not as
fluids. You know, you can do that. Make sure you stay hydrated. So we made it through August. We're now in. How did it get September, by the way? Does anybody have any idea?
crazy.
But we're already in September now. So we've gotten through the like really crazy times
Yeah.
of the year as far as humidity and stuff like that. So
Karibuni.
we're moving vehicles again, so that's a good sign.
And I am happy to welcome you to Harambe Wildlife Reserve. I hope that you
The ceiling fan right here is a little bit
She's enjoying the ceiling fan.
I am. So one of the things about these walls is they block the crossbreeze, so normally it stays pretty cool in this key line, but
to meet the growing
we don't
challenges
have a lot of cross ventilation.
our native wildlife here. Expanding human population.
I'm hoping that since we moved again, that we've got our cleaning out of the way and we can get
For
the
the
vehicle
health
here
and safety
soon.
of everyone, keep your face covering on at all times while in line and riding the attraction. Please keep your party together, abide by the queue markings, and maintain physical distancing between your party and others. Remember to wash your hands frequently throughout your visit, or use the sanitizer dispensing units provided. Thank you.
So it kind of makes you wonder, what are the lines going to be like on Labor Day weekend?
Yeah. We'll see.
All right, I feel like I need to. Oh wait.
Yes? He says yes.
Yep.
All right. Thank you, Randy.
We have not been up on this loading dock here. Hey, hey, hey. The upper dock.
Two.
Row 4. Thank you. All right. So guys, you can see they do have coverings on both sides. So
Interesting though, this is the first time we've ever been seated row by row by row. Before there was always a row in between.
I thought we were last time.
No.
Okay. All right, so I'm going to tell you guys, we probably will more than likely drop you at least one time during this, because there's a couple of areas where for some reason the animals don't have good cell signal. Don't worry, stick with us. As soon as we're back into an area, we will refresh and be right back with you. So
Jumbo friends, jumbo, jumbo.
John wants to know, what do lions call other lions who don't play fair?
All the way back there. All right, fantastic.
Do they call them cheetahs?
Alrighty, Asante Sana Warden, as we say here in Harambe, Twende, which means let's go.
Let's go!
Oh yeah,
Woohoo!
yeah. Alright, before we start, do we have any first timers here on the safari? A big old raise of the hands. It looks like everybody's pretty experienced to me. Which means you know the drill. While we are out on the safari, please make sure you do keep your face coverings on at all times. Keep your hands, arms, feet, and legs within the vehicle while we are moving, as well as staying seated. For your reference, if you do want any help peeking at any of the animals we may see on our adventure, up above you is an animal spotting guide. And that is for your reference. If you are taking any photos and or videos, make sure you are keeping hold tight of them. Unfortunately, the Harambe Wildlife Reserve does not allow us to stop for any lost items. And if you do lose it, that is perfectly fine. We will be able to keep track of it. You just need to let us know, and we'll get it at guest services at the end of the day, folks. As we make our way into the reserve to start our adventure.
They get a live stream straight from the savannah,
We're kicking it off in the Little Aturi Forest.
Until your battery.
Can I just throw it into the lion's pit and then I get like 5 or 10 minutes of lions?
Shy animals. We don't want to scare them, so we're going to tread lightly and be
How's it going,
very
Pete?
quiet.
He's joining us just in time for the beginning of our Kilimanjaro
Get
safari.
ourselves a good look at the okapi. Although it does have those striped front and hind legs, it is actually very closely related to the giraffe and not the zebra. Much like the giraffe, the okapi has a long prehensile tongue, meaning it's long and elasticy, which means it can reach out and grab those extra high up leaves when they're eating. And we got ourselves a great look coming up on the
Oh,
left
got a black rhino.
of a black rhino. And even closer up on that hill, up on your right, is going to be a saddle-billed stork. You're going to just barely be able to see him. But we got a great sight of the black rhino. Black rhinos can weigh up to 3,500 pounds and have the ability to charge up to 35 miles per hour. We'll go ahead and take a quick stop for you folks who are taking photos and videos. Of course, it is my pleasure. But unfortunately, folks, there are less than 5,000 rhinos left in Africa alone. This is unfortunately due to poaching. That is very not good. We don't want that. We want to protect all of our animal friends out in the wild. People have come to believe that the horns of rhinos have medicinal use. That's just not the case. So if we can stop the demand for it, we can stop the supply, saving thousands of rhinos a year. But coming up on the left, we have the bongo, joined by the greater kudu. The bongo are known as the ghosts of the forest. They're the ones with the horns. And the greater kudu are actually the second largest antelopes we have here on the reserve. And the ones without the horns are actually female greater kudu. The way I'm able to tell, they actually don't have horns. Males are the ones that wield horns. But nonetheless, they are still exactly the same. They can weigh up to 750 pounds. It can reach heights of up to 55 inches at just the shoulder. We got a sign coming up that says "Polly, Polly," which means we want to go real slow. We want to make sure we keep our animal friends as comfortable and at home as possible. So we're going to go nice and slow, and we're going to make sure we're really quiet. Even though this truck makes a lot of noise, we're going to try our very best ourselves. As you can see, there's plenty of water, which means we might run into some hippos. Fingers crossed, the hippos are very, very adorable animals. And look at that, over here on the right, just barely be able to see them, the top of a Nile hippo. Nile hippos can weigh up to 5,000 pounds. And look at that, we're gonna get a closer look on the left. Up close, they're munching down on some food. It looks like our keepers are out there doing their jobs. But as I said, they can weigh up to 5,000 pounds. Due to that weight, they actually swim along the bottom and walk along it. They don't swim along the top. But joining them on this island on the left are the pink-backed pelicans. I'll take a quick stop for you folks. The pink-backed pelicans get their names from the pink coloration that appears along the back during mating season. They actually have a 9-foot wingspan. If you want a reference to that, if you take a look above you, the canopy covering the truck is about 9 feet in width, which means one of you might get pretty lucky someday and get a giant group hug. That would be an awesome, awesome sight. But we are going to keep on trucking. Our keepers are out there with their safety gear on. And I would want to be safe too. Down over there on the left are the Nile crocodile. The Nile crocodile are the largest crocodilian species in Africa. Look at how big and cuddly they are. Now, folks, we don't want to cuddle or touch them. It doesn't take much to make them feel threatened, which is why we give them all that space. But them being in the water and in the pit doesn't give them much justice to how large they really are. If you were to measure them from the tip of their tail to the tip of their snout, they would actually be very close in the height of a giraffe, folks. Oh yeah, I don't know about you guys, but 16-foot tall crocodile doesn't sound like the greatest, but thankfully to evolution, they were kept low to the ground in their natural state.
That's the loading dock there when you take the Wild Africa tour.
And making our way completely into the savannah. These are home to a lot of the famous animals you may see in a lot of our Disney cartoons. Lions, elephants, giraffes. Now folks, the landscape of the savannah is actually formed and molded by the animals that inhabit it. The elephants will knock over the trees, allowing new ones to regrow. The giraffes will prune and trim the undersides of the trees. And the antelope get the most out of it. They mow the grass, they eat, and they have their own little mowing business, keeping the land nice and clean. And I'm looking over here on the right. We're gonna get a look at one of our Maasai giraffe. Usually, where there's one animal, there's plenty more to come. So, let's see if we can't get lucky.
Usual to see one of the
But
giraffes
that is a
down this way.
Maasai giraffe. Giraffes are the tallest animals in the world, reaching heights of up to 18 to 20 feet.
Not used to seeing them down
You may
this way.
notice those awesome looking patterns.
All right, so if there's
Much
any
like how humans have
painted dogs over here.
fingerprints, they have their patterns, meaning no two giraffe will ever really look the same.
Vultures. Huh, no
Now,
painted
folks,
dogs
if you are
today.
staying at the Wilderness Lodge, you may be able to come across some reticulated giraffes. Those can be very easily confused. Maasai and reticulated. But a lot of the rooms at the Wilderness Lodge have great views of land with plenty of animals to see. You might see and look around these towering figures. No, those aren't ant hills. That would be horrifying. No, they're actually the reverse of that. They're termite mounds, folks. Termite mounds are very, very strong pillars, enough to support the weight of a scratching elephant. You may notice some of them are broken down. That might be because a lot of the animals, the larger animals, use them as scratching posts. They're very, very strong, almost like cement. We're gonna get an awesome look over here on the right. I mentioned earlier about the greater kudu. They were the second largest antelope on the reserve. Well, you're looking at the largest. This is just one of the many on the reserve. Saying hi, hello, hello, hello. But the Patterson's eland can weigh up to 2,000 pounds and reach heights of up to 6 feet at just the shoulder. There is a much larger Patterson's eland on the reserve. He's probably just taking the time and relaxing, enjoying the shade. But with all that bulk and all that mass, they have the ability to jump up 6 to 8 feet in the air just standing still, folks. Coming up real close, these really, really cute antelopes on your right. These are the springbok. The springbok actually get their name from their abilities to spring 6 feet in the air. And they're actually among the top 10 fastest animals in the world, reaching speeds of up to 50 miles per hour. They are very, very quick animals. And joining us on the right as they prowl and eat together, the white-bearded wildebeest, joined by some Ankoli cattle. Gonna get a better look as we turn around over here. But the Ankoli cattle, also known as the Watusi cattle, get their name from the Watusi tribe, the first to domesticate them. Gonna get more awesome looks on the left of some more giraffe. I'm gonna stop just up ahead along these bushes so we can get a great look at both of them. Now folks, in Afrikaans is the language of the South African Dutch settlers. Wildebeest actually means wild beast in English, and look at that, they're roughing it out. They are very tough animals, folks. Up to 1.5 billion wildebeests migrate up to 500 to 1,000 miles a year. Now, we weren't able to fit 1.5 billion on the reserve. That'd be a bit excessive, but we did our best and we were able to take care of a lot of them. Now, who here loves elephants? Can I get a raise of hands? Who loves elephants?
Guys.
Oh yeah, I can see your hands, don't worry about it. I know you're shy. But on the right, we've got ourselves an African elephant. We were able to
Me
tell if you
too.
Take a look at its ears. It's got an unremarkable, uncanny look of Africa. Kind of like the shape of it. Not exactly, but it is very, very close. But the African elephants, that one in particular, leads me to believe that that might be a male. Males actually stray from their herd after a certain age, not too far, but they do kind of start off on their own. I did see a lot of knocked over trees, which means we might get lucky. We might see a couple more. A little known fact about elephants, folks. If you haven't heard it before, elephants are actually afraid of bees. Thanks to our research team, they were able to find that out. Farmers in Kenya were able to put up beehive fences around their crops, and they kind of served as kind of a warning sign. They never would ever use them to hurt any animal. The sound alone can ward off crop-raiding elephants, and it also is very beneficial for both humans as well as elephants. They're able to live peacefully together. The farmers would be able to use the honey from those beehives and would be completely capable of selling it, making them an extra buck or two to strengthen their land, as well as take care of their crops. I'm seeing a bunch of elephant footprints on the floor, which maybe might have been an elephant passing through here. We can only hope and we can only get lucky, right, folks? We don't want to force them out. This is their natural habitat. The reserve is made to protect and save them. I'm seeing some really big branches. Looks like we might come across 2 or 3 of them. You might have noticed coming into the savannah on those on your right. We're actually passing some baobab trees. Baobab trees are very important in the savannah. Those giant trunks actually hold thousands upon thousands of gallons of water every year.
And lots of birds, apparently.
In a dry season or in a drought, larger animals will actually break off those big trunks, allowing water to spill out, giving it reliable access to water to a lot of animals, thus giving them the nickname the Tree of Life. I'm spotting some pink, which means
No.
coming up on Flamingo Island.
No elephants today.
And no, none of them have party glasses on, much like the ones you see on the front lawns of a lot of houses. No, these are real
Notice the
flamingos.
aerial hidden Mickey here, guys. The entire island is a hidden Mickey.
With the lesser, they're actually also located on the premises towards the front of the park. I highly recommend taking a look at them.
Chris is talking about the Boma where you have a meal if you do the Wild Africa trek. That'll thing right there. So you can see it's right in the middle
But
of
the
the
greater
animals.
flamingo actually have
We've
the
got
brightest,
African
or the lightest
ducks here,
shade of pink of all
kind of in the way.
flamingo species. This is due to their diet, which consists
Notice
of
the baby
brine, shrimp,
flamingos, the young juvenile gray
as well
ones.
as other water creatures that are high in keratin. This is what turns their feathers pink. You might notice some of them aren't exactly pink yet. That is because they're just getting used to their diet and they're still growing. I'm seeing some mud willows up ahead, which makes me believe we might get some more looks at some rhinos. Mud willows are very popular with rhinos simply because the large bodies of mud patches give them a place to roll around and play and cool off. The mud actually acts as a natural sunscreen. We're not the only ones, the humans are not the only ones who need to protect their skin.
So we're the white rhino today. Maybe they're around the
Clouds
corner.
might have made them believe that there might have been some thunder, so they might have moved and migrated around.
Normally this is where you can find all the white
There
rhino.
is plenty of land for them to move throughout, so we might get lucky and see them. Make sure we keep our eyes peeled.
All right, see if we can see any cheetahs today.
Oh,
Oh,
just
right there,
right
right there.
there, underneath the trees, enjoying the shade. There's ourselves a cheetah, folks. So the cheetah is personally my favorite animal. It is the fastest land mammal in the world, reaching speeds of up to 60 miles per hour in just 3 seconds. Kind of like a sports car if you want to compare it to something. We're gonna get an even better look
Here we go.
as they're lazying around, enjoying the shade. Don't worry if he gives you the side eye. That's what he does. That's totally fine. But they do have reflectors, those watermarks that appear on the corner of their eyes down to their nose. Those are there to reflect any light. Unlike most big cats, cheetahs are the only ones that hunt during the day. And speaking of big cats, we caught a great time to see lions, folks, on top of these Kobe rocks. They are resting right now. They'd spend about 20 hours a day
right up here.
resting. This is purely because they are such large creatures. They need a lot of energy to protect and hunt. Now, a group of lions is called a pride. If you've seen Lion King, you probably already knew that. Coming up on our right are some Bontabak. The Bontabak are actually very closely hunted to extinction. About 20 left in Africa in the late 20th century, or in the early 20th century. But thankfully, to some African farmers, they were able to take them in on their land and rehabilitate them into the thousands. They were very, very fortunate enough.
We can see if on this side or not.
It looks like a couple of these bushes, these tall bushes, are blocking the view of the lions.
Oh, here we go.
That's okay, we don't want to disturb them.
Just a little bit.
Now, folks, in a pride, the females do all the hunting, while the males stay back and protect the pride. When females hunt, they actually hunt in groups because everybody knows that teamwork makes the dream work. And a lot of these burrows on the left.
I didn't
make
see if
me
there's
believe
any
that
warthogs
there's
down
some
here.
Warthogs coming around town.
Oh,
I'm seeing some ostrich eggs. There's probably some ostriches in the area. They probably went out to go get some food. No, not the local drive-thru. But those large eggs can weigh up to as many as 24 regular chicken eggs. And a man can actually stand on top of the eggs without it cracking.
all right, so guys, we're going to be coming up here in a mystery structure very soon. So keep your eyes out here to the left.
Built by another animal or built by them themselves. They use their hooves, their snouts, and their tusks.
We're not 100% sure what this new structure is, but we're keeping an eye on the construction of it.
But as I said, if they were feeling a little bit lazy, they could just use a pre-made burrow from another animal.
Get yourself,
Passing those gates, we actually enter the newest part of our reserve.
get yourself a screenshot here.
It looks like we're still doing a bit of construction. We want to make this place as much as home and as safe as possible for the animals that will be joining us very soon.
What will this be?
As you can see, there's plenty of shade, lots of trees, awesome little waterfalls, plenty of water for the animals.
Still, nothing's been announced as to what this structure is going to be
It does
for.
get a little bumpy, so make sure you are holding on to your things. But folks, as we go through the final gates of the reserve, this concludes our safari. I'm so glad you were able to join me today. If you weren't able to see your favorite animal today, I'm very sincerely sorry. I always try to catch as many animals as I can on our safaris. But that means you can totally come back and join another safari. No two are ever really going to be the same, so you might get lucky, you might not. It's all about playing with your chances, folks. through the water. This kind of actually reminds me, folks, well, if you guys are going to leave and you are going to learn anything, I hope it is something I can leave you with. You see, reducing, reusing, and recycling has been taught to us our whole lives, folks. So it must mean something very important. I personally practice this a lot. I want to protect as many animals, as many of our lives as possible. Yes, just following those simple rules help clean the earth as well as keep other animals safe. Some ways I like to reduce. I tend to reduce the amount of water I use at home. When I'm brushing my teeth, I will actually turn off the faucet when I'm not using it. Reusing is a very, very good thing to do. Especially now, you can totally reuse those reusable face coverings. Those disposable face coverings also, though, can be very dangerous to the animals. If you do end up using them, make sure you do cut those strings. It will protect plenty of small animals. Their legs can get caught up in it, and it's not fun at all, folks. And of course, recycling is such a big step because it not only protects the animals on the land, it protects the animals in the ocean. It protects not only our planet, but as I said, plenty of animals around the world. As we come up to the docks, folks, I want to say Quarini, which means go well, have fun. We don't like to say goodbye here. It is far too sad and far too final.
We're going to be dropping up in the same place, the same dock we got on.
And before we come up, make sure you do have all of your belongings.
Sounds like me going through a drive-through. Oh. Ah, Quarini.
Quarini friends, thank you for joining me. My name is Chris, and we hope to see you again very soon, folks. Have a wild day, everyone.
Alright. Yes.
Alright, not as many animals as we normally see, but that was still fun.
It's always your chances when you come to see the safari.
Well, and I'm just going to put this up here for you guys. We like to take safaris as close to sunset as possible, and the reason for that is that a lot of the animals that you see are most active first thing in the morning and right before the sunset.
So, we have never loaded on this dock personally, and we've never unloaded on this dock personally, so that was kind of cool. So, we are actually on the Gorilla Falls Exploration Trail already. Should we just continue on with it? Just look. Let's see if I can go around here, guys. Like they may actually be going in for the afternoon, or at least the option to go in if they wanted to. There's a few up there still at the top.
They're quite rowdy at the moment. I don't know if you saw, they were kind of chasing and...
So we can barely see. It's kind of hard to see them through the roof there. Here we go. Here's one. Is the baby out?
Yep.
Now, the baby was born with end of July, I believe, right?
Right there.
Oh, right there? Oh, he's gone. He's out of here.
He's very independent now compared to when we saw him last when he was
Oh,
all.
last time he didn't want to go anywhere.
Yeah, he's playing with them. You see, he's like jumping and running around with the other monkeys.
Look at the tails. Man, those are some tails.
Totally rough housing.
Oh, yeah. You see me any better from this side? There's one just kind of sitting off and hanging out here. And of course, he's like, nope, I don't want to be on camera. He's so
Is that
little
the
still.
baby over there in the corner?
Oh, there he goes.
7 months old now? So
Woo.
cute.
Oh.
Last time we saw him, he was just all still up on mom, so it's kind of fun to see him all rowdy and playing.
We got another one up here. Cool. It's good to see him jumping and playing around. He's like, he's pretending that he is his favorite Marvel superhero. You know who that is, don't you? Spider Monkey. Friendly neighborhood spider monkey. So, hope you guys enjoyed getting on to the safari. I'm gonna go up the hill. I'm gonna go up the hard way. I'm going up. Hope you guys enjoyed going on the safari with us today. It's kind of peaceful. A lot of the animals weren't out today. We did get to see some hippos. That was good. The springbok was pretty close up. The giraffe was a little far away. We even saw one of the Maasai giraffe was actually farther up into the area than we normally see him. But the wildebeest and the Ankole cattle were like really close up. So that was cool to see. But no elephants other than the one male elephant. None of the other of the herd was around today. So not sure really what that was about. It's the fan. The reptile room, which is unavailable at the moment, unfortunately. Okay, this is the adult version of the stream. So, yes, this is the naked mole rats. So, it's hard to see the naked mole rats even when you can get up close to them. So Diana, the bats are actually on the Malaysian tiger trail, so we may not get over there in time today. We'll see. What's that?
Getting sick probably for his nest. He looks like a kookaburra.
Where is he? Oh, he's hiding.
He's right over here.
He's moving. There he goes.
Yep, getting sick. There he goes.
Whoa. Do you guys feel that? So that's all they do all day long is gather.
They have like rafts and stuff nesting material. This is for the little yellow birds. We'll get closer and you can see all the really fun little nests that they are all working on.
Watch.
Krista mentioned them earlier. They are working hard on nests for females that will never see them.
Don't tell them that though. That's our secret. They're going to
Yeah.
continue to make nests that will never be used. Yeah, I did get a flyby.
So all of our birds are going to be native to Africa, and a kookaburra will be native to
Australia, right?
We
Yes.
don't have any kookaburras, but they are really cool, aren't they?
Oh, yes.
We saw he grabbed a small one and like flew like right between us.
Yeah.
To get up there.
So the small yellow ones, what are they called?
Those are Tavetta golden weavers.
Weavers, golden weavers. Okay.
So
And-
see how they have a bunch of sticks over here?
Mm-hmm.
They purposely put those sticks there for
Just
them.
for him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they're gonna take that. I believe they're making a second nest up
Are
there
they a second one?
because we can't get to that one, but
Yeah.
we can get to this one.
Oh, there he goes.
So this nest was about 100 pounds when they took it down.
Oh wow.
Wow.
Yeah. So that we take it down every once in a while just to encourage their natural nest building behavior.
That makes sense.
So the golden weavers, they're only males in the sanctuary, right?
Right. We used to have males and females, and then we had a lot of babies.
Ah.
So we figured out how to get
So the weavers, are they still making nests?
They are still making.
So they're making nests and working hard every week to produce these nests that will never actually have chicks in them. Sort of like all those reports I used to do when I worked in corporate America. I would produce all these reports and nobody did anything with them. Yeah, it's just, I feel for them. I really do.
I know.
They're working so hard.
Fight so aggressively for nesting materials. They like steal from others.
Yeah, we've seen a lot of that today. So, but that's why we do put out those little.
We did see that
Yes.
you gave them some nesting
We noticed that you
materials
gave them
up front.
materials, so
Yes.
they do work hard to produce their nests, and they do a good job. I mean, a 100-pound nest, that's crazy.
So one male can make up to 50 nests.
Wow.
Or some make only 5.
Okay.
So the 5 will be generally better quality.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's generally the more.
quantity or quality, they have to pick
I-
one.
I'm gonna need you to come in on Saturday.
And because if they
yeah.
were to come upon a female, they would be more likely to like the high quality nest.
Exactly.
That makes
Except
sense.
for the white thread.
Get one of them working hard over here. Look at him. All day long, working away.
Oh, he's getting some more. Oh, that's cool. See, he's getting like little leaves and things now, like padding. He's like, don't watch me, don't watch me. Yep, he's headed for
Boy,
the
he's
other
working
nest.
hard. He is going at it.
To the other nest.
All the golden weavers are up here working hard, building nests day in and day out. What's really funny is when they get really competitive, is they start. One will leave its nest to go get more material, and another one will come to that nest and steal material out of it for his own nest. And I tell you what, it is competitive to the max at times. Just come in here and watch them work at it. Oh, they're just amazing. Hey, yeah, he did. He just stole a piece from your nest. I saw that. And he's going after him too. He's like, no, that's mine. That's mine. He said, that's it. That's the last straw. So Megan, we're gonna have to get you set up the next time you come over here. You're gonna have to take some time to really enjoy. As much as it's fun to watch the hammercocks and the golden weavers build nests, I love to see the fish down below, the multicolors,
Fish are amazing.
and there's just so many of them. So, well, and you gotta watch out. I'm gonna get more flyby'd. Meow. And so, guys, if you're asking for information, if you ever want to know where this is referred to as the Gorilla Falls Exploration Trail. It's just on the other side of Kilimanjaro Safaris, and you're going to see why they call it Gorilla Falls here in just a few minutes. Let's go see what else we could find. All right, I wonder if Augustus is out today. I love seeing Augustus. Go ahead. All right, is Augustus out today? I don't see Augustus.
And you see one back in the back here.
Augustus is our newest hippo here at Animal Kingdom Park. See back here in the corner? There he is. You can see his ears just on the top here. Is it Augustus or is it one of his other friends? Kind of hard to tell. He's getting so big here lately. All right, let's go down below and see what we see here. Whoa, that's a lot of hippo.
That's not Megan. That's not a guy.
No, that's a lot of hippo right there.
Maybe you got that.
That is a good question, Megan. I know a lot of people I can ask that question about too, though. They are, as an animal, very ferocious and aggressive in the water. So, I'm gonna back up a little here. Like, not ready to be on camera today. What, just went back under. Are they moving? Now, again, if you're not aware of the fact, hippos do not float. They walk on the bottom of the water. So let's see if we can actually see some walking here. They will just walk and slowly make their way under the water.
Oh my gosh, so cute.
Say hi, folks. Just came up to say hello. Just want to scratch them behind their cute little ears, don't you? And then run away before they bite you. I don't know, that might be Augustus.
Maybe you're right. From the front, he does look smaller.
Is that Augustus? I thought it was Augustus. He looks so big from the rear. But when you get up closer, like, that's a cute little, that's Augustus right there. All right, let's see Augustus. Let's go down and see. There's Augustus' snout.
Oh. Oh, so he's playing with a baby still.
Oh yeah, he's 2.5.
Oh, okay.
He turns 3.
Get some more? Like we brought up with the
Oh,
water.
you're a Capricorn. There you go.
You want to switch?
I've actually never seen him on the ground right now.
Here, unplug.
Can you like hang out in the top right corner or this far left?
Yeah.
Oh, guys, he's so cute. I know. Can you see his legs underneath, guys? He's kind of just like laying down.
Hi, Augustus.
Hi, Augustus. He's looking right at us.
Any questions about it?
Such a cutie pie. He is chilling. He's chillaxing. He does look like he's posing, doesn't he? He keeps like just changing a little bit.
All right, Augustus, do one for the Instagram. Get
Time for
your hip out.
Insta. Pose it. Oh, he's coming down to say hello. Here he comes.
It's coming down.
Oh, did you guys see that?
Whoa.
Oh my gosh, he just did like a little loop-de-loop. Oh. He's showing off for the ladies. He'll be coming around in a minute, I'm sure. Is he coming around?
Hopefully, I think he's coming down this way.
Here he comes.
There's Augustus.
Augustus! Oh, handsome hippo. Hey, cutie. Hello. Just making the rounds. Little social butterfly. Who's going up? So cute. I've not seen him do a loop like that. That was hilarious, his little twirl off.
Are nocturnal animals causing not super sobriety getting more aggressive right now? Oh, that's a rip.
Nice. Too cute. Too cute.
All right, guys, so there he is. There's our local baby hippo, Augustus. Made his way onto the other side. There he is. And they are solitary creatures, so it's not uncommon for them to stay on the back side of the exhibit like that. So it's really cool for him to come up and say hello to everybody. All right, Augustus, good to see you, buddy. Thanks for coming and saying hello. All right. Let's see if the meerkats will come right up to this to the glass for us.
Yeah.
See if that happens. I doubt it. Thank you, guys.
That was so cute. Oh my goodness.
Did you guys enjoy that? All right, if you enjoyed seeing Augustus and you haven't already, give us a thumbs up, guys. We appreciate all the thumbs up and the comments. That really helps us as far as letting YouTube know that, you know what, this might actually be something someone else might like to watch as well. So thank you guys so much for that. That was really cool. I'm so glad we got to see Augustus today.
And then the smaller one, they're all replicas. The smaller one in the container is a meerkat. And you can see just how sharp these are.
Are any of them,
Maybe
maybe are they out on the other side? There's one. Is this our guardian? This is our lookout. Inez, thank you very much.
There's one napping. There's two napping on either side of him. Can you see this? He's like surrounded by sleeping meerkats.
Oh, look up here, up here.
Oh, there's some of them. Hilarious. They're just like napping around him.
That's right, Andrew. There's Timon. I'm shocked that these are so high up, because I would think that if you're not on duty, you'd be low. But
They're fairly comfortable. Plus, our birds are prey. Yeah, they're cages. It's a little hard to see from this distance. The blood's too uncommon.
he's watching the sky.
One time my favorite meerkat, Thomas, he was on the lookout for a good 45 minutes. It was like watching a dragonfly, a bird in a tree, rabbit in the grass, like all these different things. The entire time I had a military veteran watching it with me, and he said if he was back out in the field, he'd want Thomas the meerkat watching his back.
Oh, look, there's another guy up there. Look. All right, now what you guys don't know is right as the park closes, when the park closes, all of the meerkats immediately go into a full-on hula dance. Unfortunately, no one can actually see it, but I heard it's really cool.
That's what I've heard too.
Yeah.
I mean, a group of meerkats is called a mob, and I think it's because they break out into
Flash mob dances, yes.
That makes perfect sense.
And they do it all without the aid of any warthogs. They really don't like the idea that they think they have to have an accompaniment by any other animal other than other meerkats. So they are quite talented by themselves. I don't know, Andrew, I don't know where the Pumbas are today. There were no warthogs out on the safari today. So there weren't any warthogs, no elephants.
Maybe they were eating bugs somewhere.
Could be.
They were having their own
Found
little
a
party
log.
somewhere. I think they were having a fiesta with the painted dogs today, because it was very quiet out on the savannah.
It's okay. It wasn't pouring rain.
Yeah, that's thankful for that.
Although it is fun watching the elephants when it's raining, because they like to play in the rain.
Oh,
We haven't seen that. Normally we catch it right after a rain, but everybody's out, so the rain seems to bring all the animals out.
yes, they're very polite animals, because everyone in the world knows everything about when it comes to meerkat manners.
Yep.
All right.
Meerkat Manners did a great job talking about social structure. As
Did
the
they?
show suggests, meerkat life is a soap opera.
You get to see it all unveiled in front of you. All right.
they're
All
all
right, thank
cuddled.
you. Thank you guys, appreciate it.
Let's go.
All right,
See the namesake
Grace.
trail.
Grace. Is Grace out today? Let's see if she is. Where is everybody? Is it just, it's just us on the trail today? We're here to see Grace.
Is she out today?
Oh, she's done for the day.
One of his sons. We'll go over there and sit next to there.
All right, so if anybody's asking why this is called Gorilla Falls Exploration Trail, it's because, yes, you're right, because they have meerkats, so it's cool. This guy over here, he's on a strict diet lately. He's trying to branch out. Oh, we've got somebody else joining us.
There she
Is it? Yes, it's Grace. Hi, Grace. There's Grace, just born May of last year, and still very much a tiny little thing. Hiding under her sister. See if I can come over here and catch her.
My brothers like to roughhouse with her.
We love to watch when they're playing because they're one of the brothers is quite rough with her actually. I'm glad she came out. She's like, oh no, they have a camera. It's those peoples with the camera again.
Oh, that's so cute.
Hi, Grace.
So
Oh, look at her.
just chilling.
So Grace was born May of 2019, and she has really grown into her own with the family here.
Oh, look, she's going back to see him now.
She's like, oh yeah, I can take you. I can take you.
Oh,
Oh,
that was totally a brother hug.
sibling rivalry there, Connie. And see, there's what dads do. Dads just ignore it until things get too rough, and then they butt in. But otherwise, they just let them chill. So she's quite just calm today. So they actually, would you guys like to see Grace? We can step back and let you guys get a little closer. The baby, she's right there. Oh, you're welcome. See the whole family. Oh, they're all coming back out now.
See the baby. There's a baby gorilla over there.
It's quite nice. Normally, we come through here, it's like very crowded. So it's nice to be able to enjoy a little bit of time with the family.
Yep.
So just not too long ago, they had a celebration here in the exhibit, and they had all kinds of cool incentives and items given to them to explore and to play around with. And it was fun to watch the video that Disney produced in
He's
which...
doing the, hey.
Hey, pay attention to me. Pay attention to me. I just want to play. Oh. So the last time we were here, brother actually had her over here to the right and had grabbed two of her limbs and was swinging her around.
She did not like
But she didn't like it, and mom had to come and say, cut it out. Oh, they're going after it.
She started something.
So that's Grace and her family here on the Gorilla Falls Exploration Trail. Yes, it is actually true. If you guys have not seen it on Disney Plus, the one and only Ivan, now playing, does have some inspiration from the gorillas they used here, which you just saw from the family that was just here. The animators came and did some exploration to make sure that they got Ivan just right for the production. So if you guys haven't seen it yet and you're on Disney Plus, check it out, the one and only Ivan. It is from the children's book.
Of the
And
same title.
from the same title. And our daughter, who had already read the book, was reluctant to watch it because she was just afraid it just wasn't going to capture the spirit of the book. So she loves her stories and she loves her books, and I think that's we've sort of inspired that in her when it comes to.
We make her read the book first.
We made her read the books for lots of things. We didn't let her watch a single Harry Potter movie until she read the book. So every single Harry Potter movie that she ever saw was sort of a reward for her finishing the book. And the very first couple of movies, actually it got worse as it went along because, you know, the books got longer and the movies didn't, too much longer. She kept coming back and going, but Mom, Dad, they left this out and that wasn't right and they didn't capture this. And I'm like, yes, and that's why it's always good to read the source of the material first and then you can watch the movies. So she's always a little afraid of that for that reason. So
Okay. So no reason to look.
you know what? I've never actually seen the Bachelor group in this area.
We always send
So,
them towards the end of the day.
okay,
They're involved in
what
finding
wild
it.
creature is that up there on the ridge? What is that? Oh my goodness, guys, look at this. This is amazing. What is that? That is.
Oh my goodness, it's a, I
Is
think it's a Disney bunny.
Yeah.
that is a bunny?
And yes,
He looks ferocious.
watch out, gorillas.
Yes. See, the gorillas won't come out into the exhibit until that bunny is gone. So I apologize. We had no idea there would be such an invasive species in today.
Yeah, and you know,
But you know,
bunnies are so threatened by the gorillas that they go into their habitat.
oh, did
They're so dangerous.
well, I have my own opinion about them, but as one famous Disney bunnies once said, if you can't say something nice, don't say nothing at all. So, cool. It's the second bunny we've seen today in the park. The other one was in Dino Land,
That's all?
right through the middle of Dino Land.
Wow.
I'm used to seeing them in the brush area, but I'm not used to seeing them going through the areas, like the pathways.
Right.
They've gotten bold over the summer.
I think that when we were gone, like they just had rule of the park.
Yes, and now they're wondering why we're invading their territory.
Yeah, they're like, oh my God, they're back.
It's very similar to when the Magic Kingdom first reopened and the ducks were in the middle of Main Street going, get out of my way.
That's true.
So we saw lots of them like that way. So it was kind of funny. So thank you, Lori. Appreciate
I
it.
was gonna say too, like for the bachelor group of gorillas, they
Mhm.
typically go in around 5.
Around 5?
Yeah. So if you get here earlier than that, you will probably see them.
Well, we'll have to do that because I don't think we've ever actually had a chance to see the Bachelor group out here. Of course, we always, Grace just takes up all of our time. She's just too cute. So.
That's the reason I come to work.
Thanks, Lori. So there's another tip for you guys. If you do want to ever see the Bachelor gorillas here on the Gorilla Falls Exploration Trail, try to get here about an hour early. Another Disney bunny? Another Disney bunny? 3? That is insane. All the Disney bunnies, guys. Oh, so adorable. You guys see him? I've never seen a rabbit out on the gorilla exhibit before. I wonder what the gorillas would do if they actually were to see one of the rabbits. I wonder if they would freak out, or if they probably have already seen them. There was another Disney rabbit out there. I wonder if the gorillas ever think that they were just like ultra cool, or if they would freak out because, there's something in their space. Yeah, there's a lot of magic going on there, Andrew. Oh, it is very quiet today. especially on this trail. I kind of like it. How about you guys? I mean, for us, you know, because it's not all that busy today on the trail, we got to spend some time seeing Grace. We didn't have to fight for space, and we didn't feel like we were being rushed to finish, you know, spending time and watching her. We got to sit up there and see Augustus, which was pretty cool. If you guys are just joining us here at Animal Kingdom, watching animals here on the Gorilla Falls Exploration Trail, and we just got finished. I'm on the backside of the colobus monkeys. I don't know if they're still out, are they?
I don't see them.
I don't see them out
Their
still.
door is closed. So
I think they're already gone in. It's where we came into the trail. We got to see the Augustus the hippo. He came up and said hello to us.
So cute.
That was really cool.
So cute. He did a little twirly loop-de-loop in the water.
Yeah, he did. I don't know did we catch that? Did we catch him do that little flip? He like did a dolphin flip. It was kind of funny.
So he actually kind of sort of crashed into the bottom on his back.
He did. He kind of lost it there.
But it was
But you know, he's young. We're not going to make fun of him.
so.
We're going to give him applause and say, look what you did. And again, that was the full loop of the Gorilla Falls Exploration Trail. Bespoke Magic Tricks. Good afternoon. I got to remember that gunshot was part of the video from the safaris. Oh, Bespoke, just at the end. We're almost done for the day. The park closes in about 20 minutes.
Yeah, this is Animal Kingdom, so they're the earliest park for closure right now.
So I think, I don't know, what do you guys say? Do you think, what are the wait times now for Pandora?
Let's see. Thinking.
Thinking.
Thinking. I may have to go off Wi-Fi. Let's see. Exit. There we go. Exit. It's a 10-minute wait
10-minute wait.
for a flight of passage, a 5-minute wait for
Navi River Journey.
Yep.
All right. Let's make our way over. We're going to take the back way in to Pandora. And we'll get on one of those attractions to close out our day here at the parks. And as always, if you guys ever have any questions about how things are going at the parks, new merchandise, promotions for Disney World vacations, or anything Disney, even when it comes down to Universal, we'd love to have you ask your questions. It's what we like to do, make it open, so this is an opportunity for you guys to ask and we can discuss things. Also, just so you can kind of see how things are going straight from your eyes and not from our edited videos, but you can see exactly how many mourning doves are on top of the power lines. Right now it's one. Don't let anybody tell you anything other than just one mourning dove at the moment. Tamu, you can get yourself some Dole Whip
With some lovely coconut rum.
with coconut rum or dark rum if you're so obliged and old enough. I really would love to eat a boma right now. I'm missing boma so much. Theater, that way. Hopefully very soon we'll still get some word about how things are going to be progressing. If so, we heard good news last month about things moving forward with the Actors Equity Group, but we haven't heard anything since then about how things will progress as far as getting certain cast members back into theaters, especially here at Festival of the Lion King and Finding Nemo the musical, both of which are sorely missed right now. I can see Pandora from here. Yes, Connie, I think Boma is on both Susan and I's top 3 Disney World restaurants list. We may not have the same 3 in the same order, but Boma is definitely in both of our lists for top 3. How about you guys? What's your top 3 favorite restaurants here in all of Disney World property? Not even necessarily in the parks, but in the resorts. You know, basically, kind of tell Boma's one of ours.
Sanaa is my favorite.
Sanaa is her favorite. She loves Sanaa. So your top 3 is Sanaa, Boma,
and Cape May Cafe.
Cape May Cafe. And I would have to say my number 1 would be Boma. I thoroughly enjoy eating at Boma. Number 2 would be Cape May Cafe. I love just enjoying the crab legs there. Fishing tours. And then number 3 would be hard for me to choose between a few. I mean, I like Sanaa. I mean, Sanaa's good. I mean, great. You know, I love the butter chicken and the bread service. But I also like the I'm trying to think. The beer garden for me over in Epcot is also one of. Okay. I'm stepping on lizards, evidently, but I also like the German restaurant in Epcot. Right now, they're not doing buffets; they're doing family style. But you know, I love the food that they serve there as well.
I like the beer garden, but there's a lot of things I can't eat there. So.
Yeah, it's kind of cruel for Susan's like we're all eating pretzel bread and she can't have any, so it's kind of torture for her for the most part. So Diane says Chef Mickey's.
Okay, that is a popular choice with many people.
And also really more of the more difficult reservations to get for dining, and the Wave. So Diana likes the contemporary, most definitely.
I like the Wave. In fact, one of my favorite dishes is served there. The grits, the cheese grits with the poached eggs and pork belly is pretty yummy. That's like a favorite dish of mine.
Have I had that? I think we've tried to get it before.
We split it at the bar one time.
Oh yes, but the first time we tried to get it, they didn't have it. The kitchen was closed.
Yep, the kitchen was closed.
So, you can tell we're moving into Pandora now with the sounds. Diana also says, I guess, rounded out Diana's top 3 is the teppanyakis.
Okay.
In China.
Yes.
Megan says Boma, Whispering Canyon, and used to be Trails End. Oh, I like Trails End.
Trails End is fun.
We haven't been there and probably since fall of last year.
Yeah.
Probably fall of 2019. I've been kind of, when Fort Wilderness reopened, I actually checked to see whether or not Trails End was open as well, because I was thinking about going to go check that out, but unfortunately it was not. So, oh, Megan had a favorite chef at Trails End. So, they still do have a pretty good buffet selection, and it's kind of a hidden gem because not a lot of people know about it overall. So, by the way, did you guys know that if you have a service dog, They do have a special area over here in Pandora just for your service dog to have a little place to rest. I thought that was kind of cool that they added that little thing off to the side, out of the way, for service dogs. Also, if you've never noticed on many of the attractions here at Disney World, if you'll look at the loading and unloading zones, many of the times kind of kept off to the side, you can find a crate, a wire cage crate. It's large enough for large service dogs that when their owners are riding, they can wait patiently in the crate until their owners come back off, and then they can be picked back up. And if you look for them, you'll see them every so often. They're most noticeable on rides like Peter Pan's Flight and Slinky Dog Dash, ironically.
Slinky Dog does not allow dogs to ride on.
Slinky Dog does not like other dogs to be riding on him. But there is a place for them to wait for their owners to come back out. Connie says the Scotch egg and sticky toffee pudding in England are must-haves every trip. So, I love a good Scotch egg. I like getting the Finnegan's as well. Finnegan's over at Universal. So, I mean, this is crazy. A 10-minute wait right now for Flight of Passage. Now, because you guys can't actually ride Flight of Passage, let's just go on over since we can only do one. If we could ride both, I'd say let's do both. But since we only have time for one, let's go do Navi River Journey so everyone can ride along together. We should get a picture. Would you guys like to have a picture with us? We need a group picture. That thunder? No. Was that a service cart? Sounds like a service cart. Wanna go scan?
I can't scan.
You can't scan. You don't have your magic band. All right. Hey, Caesar. We've got a group with us live on YouTube. We always take a picture with our group. All right, so we'll get one with the or Ben. Okay. All right.
Okay.
Magic shot time.
You guys ready for this?
All right. Thank you. All right, guys. Thank you, sir.
Said you needed to buy a water bottle. I'm thirsty.
All right, we're gonna cut this line. We're just gonna cut right through.
All the rules.
Thank you. Diana says the Bob Marley at City Walk is a good restaurant. We just ate there third week of July.
Yeah, it was good.
And enjoyed it. Great live music. The only thing we have to say about that is that if you have someone in your family like we do, our eldest, who does not like loud music and doesn't feel comfortable in areas where it's extremely audibly challenging, it's not, not the place for everyone. We enjoyed it. food was great, and it was a great atmosphere. And evidently, people make wishes in Pandora rivers and creeks. Yeah. Hey, George! George is on with us just in time to ride Navi River Journey. Look at this. There's nobody in line, guys. There's nobody. I mean, literally, it's just us. The 5 minutes is a facade. It's just because they couldn't put 0. Hi, we're waiting. Oh, that took forever. Oh my gosh. Mary, you got to get Fast Pass back, please. Thank you. All right, and if guys, if at any point we do lose you, hang on. We will be back with you, and we may drop you somewhere around the ride, maybe toward the end part, but there's nobody here. That's it. It's us. Okie dokie. Oh, we go wait. Actually, at Bespoke Magic Trips, the new reduced ride, our park hours do not start until next Tuesday. September 8th is when they reduce the hours again. Oh, woo, nice and cool. There's nobody on the ride but us, guys. Like, there's nobody getting off the ride. All right, since it's our private ride, you guys can be as wild and crazy as you want to. Just make sure you keep your mask on. Remain seated and keep all hands, arms, feet, and legs inside the vehicle at all times. But other than that, be wild. Thanks for joining us, Diana. We'll see you on the next live stream.
Welcome back, travelers. Please remain seated.
All right.
I'm missing there. Oh, it's raining.
It's raining.
Thoroughly. Cover your mouth and nose when coughing and sneezing.
Ever so
and
slightly
maintain
raining.
physical distancing. Thank you.
Perfect timing. So it rained, but it didn't rain our live stream out today. So thank you guys for joining. It's always a pleasure to spend the afternoon with you guys here at Walt Disney World Park. For anybody who's watched us before and have not joined our channel, make a serious consideration of hitting that subscribe button and then hit that bell so that YouTube will tell you the next time we go live and you can join us for the next live stream. We most definitely will be back at Magic Kingdom come Monday on Labor Day, showing you, and it should be an earlier stream than we normally do because we want to show you what it's like there on the major holiday. And then over the weekend, we won't necessarily have a live stream. I will have some more videos up here and there for you guys on YouTube. And if you don't follow us on Instagram or Facebook, make sure you do that as well. Look for our information down in the description of this video and any of our videos.
Lots of miscellaneous stuff gets put on there that's just not quite enough for a full YouTube video. So
We like to share information as much as we come to the parks, just what it may be, merchandise or something new we hear. Like tonight, we're putting more information up about the new restaurants reopening here in September and 1st of October. And I'll also have something up about the new 2020 Disney trading pins for the Epcot International Food and Wine Festival. So we'll have that up here soon as well. So I just appreciate you guys taking your time to spend with us. And if for whatever reason you are ready to make a trip to Disney World, Universal, or maybe prepare for that cruise coming up in 2021, and you'd like us to be a part of that, we would love to earn your business and be your travel agent. We are working with Travelmation, and we will be glad to provide you quotes and do anything we can do to help you plan and prepare for your trip at no cost to you. The vendors pay us. So, hey, you pay the same price, but you get us to help you along. So that's a great help to us as well here on the channel.
Exactly. You're supporting us when you do that, and all that money goes back in to help us do what we do every day.
So we will greatly appreciate that. And if you ever have any questions or would like to have some information according to that, our emails are right there in the description as well. And you know what? If you just want to email us and say hi, we'd love to hear that too. So. Also, there are certain people who believe in something called magic, and we did actually have some people who told us that we should get an address so that they could send us something. So we did. We got an address just so we could receive those. So if you're ever inclined to just send us something for whatever reason of whatever you want to do, there's also a Magic Mail address down in the description as well. So, but it's been a good afternoon. I really thought it was going to rain on us earlier today.
Yep, and it's just now starting.
It's just now starting. Now,
bad yet.
it's not uncommon for us to walk out of Magic Kingdom, but Animal Kingdom, completely drenched.
Yes.
So it happens on quite a regular basis, actually.
We do still have a few minutes for it to let loose.
Well, I think we've walked out of.
The sky is actually pretty blue in front of us, so.
It is. Maybe we'll walk out of it. Let me show you. Let's see. Oh, let me flip it around and show you. They've got blue skies here in front of us.
Yeah.
So maybe we'll walk out of this rain.
It's just a pleasant sprinkle now. It actually feels kind of nice.
So.
Cool little drops of rain.
Hey, Cameron. Cameron has joined us.
Hi, Cameron.
World record.
You for a few minutes.
World record holder for riding Soarin' as many times in a row. That's crazy. Was it 25 times?
Crazy.
Now you can see the rain. You can, I don't know if you guys can,
it is
but
getting harder. I shouldn't have said anything.
Yeah.
It's raining
Hang
harder
on.
now. Yeah.
knock on fake Disney wood. Oh, we're gonna get rained out.
We're gonna get wet.
And I'm blaming you.
I'm sorry,
Yeah,
everyone.
you've done it now.
It's my fault.
You've tempted the demigods.
Did.
We're gonna get Maui wet.
Oh goodness.
All right. Find a way to slip out here.
Honestly, it's not too bad, but
Yeah, we're actually under the awning as well.
we might need to say goodbye under the awning before we get
I mean, have to.
stash equipment away.
So Bespoke, I don't know. They may actually they're open over at Discovery Trading Company. I will say this: we did actually go in there at the beginning of the live stream. So maybe go back and you can watch the beginning. We saw a few things, especially Halloween stuff and Nightmare Before Christmas items, and some trading pins as well. So, all right. Well, you know what? I say we just grab this spot here.
Okay.
And so, and we're not going to tip it. LD, thank you so much. We know a lot of people who watch this at work, and we totally support that. we completely condone that in all ways whatsoever possible.
It will make for a more productive day.
I think so.
You'll be so happy.
I think you should tell your supervisors that more work gets done, it's more efficient, and it's more thorough too. So I think so. So it is now actually starting to come down. It's going to start raining on us. So
yes.
We're going to close it out for today. Thank you guys so much for joining us.
Thank
it really is a
you.
pleasure to have you guys spend their time with us in the parks.
Always.
And that's what we love to do. And we'd love to do some more. Do us a favor. If you got some friends who enjoy going to Disney World parks who have never been or haven't been in a long time, share our channel with them. And hey, next time invite them to come along with us on one of our live streams. We'd love to have them. And to Andy, who stopped by. We stopped by and saw him earlier today. Crazy dude. It's good to see you, Andy. And if you guys ever in the future happen to see us while you're in a Disney World park or Universal, please stop, say hello. We'd love to meet you.
Love to see our
Because for
followers.
us, you know what? Basically, that's what we live for. Because
Yeah.
you know what? We like to see you in the parks.
parks.
See you guys later. Have a great day.